and have a good conversation with you right now. So
It might not be too long because I need to flow. There's a lot of guests and lines, but try to summarize your point under a minute. Your original point. I'm listening. I'm listening. Go ahead.
do you believe in cause and effect?
No,
So you don't think something needs to happen for something else to happen? You think stuff can happen out of nowhere?
I know that when something happens, it would transform itself and become something else.
Okay, but so do you think it does become something else out of nowhere? You don't think that any energy needs to
No,
like?
I
Do you
think
think
that
if I
I understand that the cause is the effect flipped over. That's why it's an equal and opposite reaction. It's the other side of the coin, right?
okay, so if I wanted to move something and I didn't touch it, do you think it would ever move?
If you wanted what?
If I wanted to move something but I didn't actually touch it or push it or anything, do you think it would ever move?
No, because you didn't really want to move it.
Okay, so therefore the cause was me not touching it and the effect was it staying still.
No, there's no way you can want to move something that you can move and not move it. If you don't move it, it's because you didn't want to move it.
Okay. That's fine. Okay, my next point is you said that planes break the law of gravity, but
Yes,
that's not true.
really. Explain.
If the law of gravity is still acting, law of gravity wasn't acting on the plane would fly into space because there'd be no gravity acting on it. The gravity is still acting on the plane, which is but the plane is just using the force, the the law of force to overcome the law of gravity, not break it. If you break the
Bruh,
law of gravity,
that's
then there's
exactly
no
the same thing that I'm telling you, right? When you break a law, that means that law has no power over you. It doesn't matter what you're using.
yeah, but the
It-
law is not broken.
yeah, you break the
The
law.
law,
That's what it means to break, bro. That's what it means to break the law because 600-ton piece of metal is not supposed to float. You understand? That's the law of gravity. That's what gravity implies.
the law of gravity is the law that everything attracts everything else. I'm still using the law of force
Hold on, what?
against.
Bro, the law of gravity is freaking different
What's the
from
law of gravity?
magnetism. The law of gravity is different from just simple magnetism, bro.
The law is still in effect. If you break the law of gravity, then therefore gravity doesn't exist. You can't break the law.
No,
It's still in.
no, the law exists. If you break the law of gravity, it simply means that the law is not being enforced because you
Now
are
the law.
stronger than the enforcer.
No, it's still working though. The gravity is still
No,
working.
it's not working.
Gravity. Okay. So if I
Gravity doesn't work on
if
the
I
plane. Listen, bro. Bro, let me explain something to you, bro. Like I said, I work on airplanes, and let me tell you exactly how a plane overcomes gravity. Right now, gravity can only happen in a fluid, whether it is in water or in air, which is the atmosphere, or in the ether, which is the levels that are above what people like to call space. Believe what you want to believe about that, but let's just talk about where we can experience both of us. Now, a fish doesn't sink because a fish can manipulate its buoyancy. A bird can manipulate its buoyancy in the air. But man is naturally grounded because man doesn't have the natural ability to manipulate his buoyancy. He can't make himself float. So weight and balance now applies. If your weight is heavier than the air, you sink. And that force that keeps you grounded is what we call gravity. And that gravity is proportional to your weight and to your mass.
Mm.
Now,
Okay.
a plane on the ground without thrust cannot manipulate its buoyancy. So what we did as human beings is we studied fish and we studied the birds to learn how they manipulate buoyancy. And what we realized was that they need an energy source to propel themselves. So we use our ingenuity to manufacture these engines that suck air at dynamic speeds, very ridiculous speeds. And when you begin to suck air at that dynamic speed, whatever structure that air source is connected to, it begins to become erratic. So what you do is that you place different, you build a structure that is known as aerodynamic. So now again, like
Mm.
a car has the ability to thrust itself forward, but a car is not necessarily buoyant. So what do you do in order to create lifts? You build these structures called the wing. On the wing, you have these moving objects called flight controls, ailerons, flaps. On the tail, you have these flight controls called elevators and the rudder. An aircraft can move in three directions. It can move like this, up and down like this. Actually, let me demonstrate it. An airplane, let's say this is an airplane. It can move like this, up and down, and this movement is controlled by its tail. So let's say the airplane wants to land, it will just tip down, and that's controlled by its tail. Or it can move left and right like this, literally turn like this, and that's controlled by the rudder. Or it can pitch. It can roll. I mean, it can roll like that. It can move its wings like that. Roll like when you take off and you see the airplane doing that. It's the very further the furthermost flight controls on the wing. They're called ailerons. You just put one down and put one up, and because you're moving so fast, it will move. Now, but how do you get into the air? There is this part of the plane that is primarily designed to make sure the plane can fly when it's going fast, especially when it reaches a speed of about 300 miles per hour. It's called the flaps. What the flaps do is that the flaps will change the shape of the wing, and then air will begin to accumulate under the wing, and then the air that's on top of the wing will high pressure under the wing and low pressure on top of the wing, and that high pressure will be so much that it would lift the plane. And if you keep those flight
Okay.
controls and your thrust equal, and the angle of the flight controls and your thrust also keeps increasing gradually or stays constant, guess what? You just gradually maintain that lift. And throughout the whole process of flight, you have to maintain lift. If something happens during flight and you lose lift, well, gravity will pay you back for trying to break its rules. Because gravity says that this 500-ton or this 1 million ton piece of metal is not supposed to go up in the air. But you were able to create enough thrust, which reduces the weight of the plane, and you were able to build a wing that gives the plane the ability to flap in the air, pretty much, quite literally. So when the plane goes up to cruise altitude, it levels up and the flaps will come back up, and that high pressure under the wing will remain the same. Guess what? There's always four forces acting on the plane at any given time. The force of drag, which is the resistance that the plane faces as it cuts through the air. The weight of the plane is constantly wanting to bring the plane down, but the weight of the plane is counteracted by the lift that is created. And the lift is
So,
created by the thrust. So those are the
so
four forces.
would you say that gravity is overcome, or would you say that the law of gravity is broken?
It's
Is there a
broken.
difference?
Yeah, that's how you.
It's broken.
Yeah, bro. Check,
Okay,
check
so
this
if the
out. Check
law of
this out.
gravity,
It's like any other law. It's like any other law, bro. It's like any other law, right? If you make the law not to cross the red light, I can break that law. If I get caught by a police officer, that means that the law was enforced. But if there's no police officers, I get away with it. And guess what? In the early days of airplanes, we used to get away with planes breaking the law of gravity. Well, we didn't used to get a lot of planes
yeah,
used to crash. But
the
today,
law, the law,
we've mastered. We are professional natural law breakers as human beings. That's what we do.
the law of physics is in place, and the law of physics explains how the world works. How is the how is gravity broken if the aeroplane is flying through the atmosphere and the atmosphere is being held to Earth by gravity?
You
The
don't know that the
atmosphere holds
atmosphere. You don't know that the atmosphere is being held to the Earth by gravity.
it is. It's scientific. Search it up.
No, no,
The
no.
atmosphere holds
Listen, bro.
gravity down.
That is not a practical application of gravity. That is just a theoretical application of gravity. That's
No,
what
no,
most
no,
people
no.
don't understand, right? You cannot physically experience the Earth holding the atmosphere, that gravity holding the atmosphere down on the Earth. No. What you
Yeah,
the part
but
of gravity,
gravity.
the part of gravity that we experience is the part of weight and balance. That's it. That's the only real part of gravity. Every other part is just theoretical and numerical.
So how do you think that the atmosphere is kept in place? In place.
However, it is. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's science tells us it's gravity.
Yeah, but that science is not
So
practical. It's not a practical science. It's a science that you can only read in a book. You cannot experience it.
okay, so yeah, okay, so if by that logic, if science is completely theoretical, it's not practical,
That's
then
why
how are
there's such.
we?
That's why there's such a thing as pseudoscience, bro.
Yeah, but no, pseudoscience is science that has nothing to back.
A sign.
Exactly. What do you
If
have
you
to
have
back up
something
the
to give
fact that the atmosphere is
to
being
back
held?
something
What
up,
do you have to back it up?
it's just a scientific fact. If you search
No,
it
it's
up,
a
you'll see the same
story.
thing.
It's just a story. You ain't never been out to space to see the atmosphere being held down to the earth. Nah.
No, you don't need to go. Okay, no gravity. So you have like okay, so you have like the moon. Look at the moon. There's no atmosphere on the moon, and when you go on the
You
moon,
don't know
you'll
that.
see people on
You
the
don't you
moon.
don't know that.
Okay, by your logic, if I don't experience something, then that means it doesn't exist.
Yes.
That's your logic.
That's the
Okay,
difference between
so
that's the reason
okay,
that's the
okay,
difference
okay,
between fake
okay,
science and real science, bro.
okay. So everything behind you right now, you can't see it. Does it exist?
What do you mean?
Everything in the room right now behind you, does it exist?
Of
You
course it
can't see
is.
it. Okay, but you can't see it
I
right
can
now.
see it.
Yeah, now it exists because you see it.
Bro.
Your logic
Bro.
is if I
You see,
can't
you're not
see it, it doesn't
understanding. You're not
exist.
understanding. It's not that I can't see it, bro. I saw the back of my room before I came on this show, and I can see it right here in your presence and prove you how practical
Okay,
it
okay,
is.
okay. So nothing exists that's outside of your perception. That's what you're saying.
That is how we experience life in this world. Yes. So
So do you not think?
if you
Do you
convince
not?
yourself that something that's outside of your perception is practical and make it absolute, when you do realize the opposite, it becomes unbelievable, and that is where violence is born.
Okay, so do you not think that you can just use logic to bring something into reality? Like it just
No,
makes sense.
not if that logic is not practical.
Okay, so if so, basically the logic doesn't like make sense, then
No,
it
if the logic cannot be put into practice, it's just a story.
but it's still logic, is it not?
Of course, bro. Don't you know that the Nazi had, bro? Bro. Listen, logic in of itself is not objective, bro. Think about it. There's a logic of foolishness. Foolish people have their own logic. Smart people have their own logic. Everyone has their
Okay,
own
no,
logic.
okay, I guess okay, that makes sense. Okay, let me ask
So
you another question.
what makes one person's logic more superior to another is that your logic is more practical. For example, if I say there is no God, I'm claiming that you can't find God anywhere. If you claim that there is a God, you're claiming that God can
Okay,
be found
okay.
somewhere. So all I
So
have to do is ask you, where is God? Then that
okay,
proves you.
so are you conscious right now?
Of course.
Can you show me your consciousness?
Of course.
How?
I'm talking to you right now.
But you can't show me your consciousness. Like you can't show me that part of
But
your brain that's your conscious.
I'm giving it through the window of your eardrums,
Yes,
and
yes,
you can
yes. So so you're
hold up, and you can see me on my screen. Watch. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put a paper on my head, and I will follow up practically as I said. Actually, let me make sure it's a paper before you hit me with it. Oh no, that's not a paper. Watch. I'll put a paper on my head. I'll remove
yes.
the
I'm
paper from
using
my head.
yeah. So
No, no, watch, watch,
I'm
watch,
using.
watch, watch. Bro, let me show you that I'm conscious because I can control and do everything that I tell you that I would do. That's how you know someone is conscious, aware. I'm aware of my environment. Now, I'm going to cover my face with a paper. Now, I'm going to expose half of my face. Now, I'm going to get rid of the paper.
Okay,
That's
okay.
practical. In real time, I have demonstrated to you that I'm conscious. Now, I'm going to tell you, bro, can you prove to me you're conscious by turning on your camera?
I can. I mean, yeah, I could, but my camera's broken
Exactly.
right now. So
No,
can't.
no, bro, you can. You could turn on your camera. Just turn it on. Let's see what's up. What's going on?
Okay. I mean, it's not working. I just said I can't turn it on.
Hold up. Does it mean you're not conscious?
No, you're using your logic to show that I'm conscious. You're
No,
using
no,
your
buddy.
logic that
Buddy,
tells me that I'm
if I
conscious.
couldn't hear your voice right now, there's no way anyone will convince me that you're
Yeah, but
conscious.
you're still using logic, are you not?
No,
What? You're using your logic.
no.
You
I can
humans.
clearly hear you. I don't even need logic in this moment. This is just pure experience.
Yeah, but that's still logic. That's
Bro,
still by definition.
dude, it's not logic. It simply is what it is. It doesn't have to be defined as anything. You are talking to me. I'm hearing you. We're having a conversation. It's just real. It's not logical
Reason
or
is
illogical.
logic
It's
is
not logical
logic.
or illogical. It's just real. It's just real, bro.
Logic is reasoning conduct. So you've made an assessment that you can hear my voice, and by logic you can see that I am conscious. You're still using logic. Logic is assessing
For every
something and coming.
action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right?
Yes, so it still needs a cause to make the effect.
No, 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 no. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right?
I mean, yeah, Newton's third law. Yeah,
So
correct.
I speak to you, you speak to me. I don't need any form of
Mm.
reasoning. It's instinctive. I know you're real because if there was any doubt in my mind that you are not real, I'll be wary how I communicate with you
Yeah, but
instinctively.
Newton's third law isn't has nothing to do with speaking to humans. It's to do with force of actual objects,
For every
not speaking.
action, so you're telling me that you talking to me is not an action?
For every action, there's an equal and opposite response. Is to do with physical force, not me speaking to you.
No,
Okay,
bro. So you don't think that the sound that goes through the phone and comes to my ear is not a physical force?
it is a physical force, but you're not
Okay,
understanding.
for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Why are you trying to overcomplicate it, bro? I am reacting to what you are saying equally.
So do you think you could function if you didn't have any logic?
You can function without no logic.
Do you think that, like, truly, you really think if I
Of
took away
course.
your logic? So if I took away your ability to assess things and come to a conclusion, you still think you could, like, function as a normal human?
Yeah.
Really?
Bro, are you kidding? What are the
If
basic
I
needs?
took away
What are
your
the basic
ability,
needs? Bro, the basic needs of a human being require no logic. Food, sleep, and poop. You don't need logic for
yeah,
that.
but okay, but we're humans.
If you're asking
We've
me,
evolved
if
to a
you're
place
asking me
where
if I'm going to be productive and create, no. But I'll still be able to survive just based on instinct. When I'm hungry, there's no logic.
okay, well at that point you might as well be an animal. You're an animal. That's literally it.
Yes, there's an animalistic aspect to a human being. It's our ability to think that brings us above animals. You're correct.
If you acted purely on your animalistic instincts, you're no longer like a normal human in today's society.
Sure, but you can still survive. It's
You
fine.
survive, but you'd be in jail very quickly because if someone annoyed you, you'd probably beat the crap out
Or guess
of
what? If
them.
every human was like that, it would just be like the jungle.
Yeah, exactly. Because the only reason that humans are humans and we're different from animals is because we have logic, moral compass,
Not
logic.
necessarily. Not necessarily. We're not really different from the animals per se, behavior wise, because we're
No, no,
using
no.
our. Huh? Give me an example of something that animals do that humans don't do. There's nothing that animals do that humans don't do.
Okay, when it comes to the baseline things that we need to survive, eat, drink, sleep, yeah.
Brother, give me anything that animals do that humans don't do. And tell me something that humans do that animals don't do.
Humans are different to animals in the way that we can actually there's no animal on this planet that can be sitting down and thinking, I wonder if what I'm going to eat tonight. That or like they don't think that they
Um,
just
you
eat,
only think
drink,
that because
sleep,
you're not an
eat,
animal, but
drink.
animals do think that.
Overcome their instincts with their
Bro,
logic and their moral
squirrels,
compasses. If
squirrels,
I was an
listen,
animal,
listen, check this out, bro. Squirrels that live up in the north of America, they store their nuts for the winter. They accumulate food and save it for the winter, bro. That's thinking in advance.
Okay. So
Bro,
when a dog is threatened, when a dog feels threatened, the dog attacks. If I feel threatened by someone, as a human, I'm different. I don't just attack them like an animal. As humans, we've evolved past that point. We have advanced cognitive abilities compared to animals. Animals animals are literally purely animalistic, driven by instincts. What they want to do, they do it.
let me ask you something, bro.
Humans are different.
You were quoting science to me, right? In science, what is the classification of living things? What are the two major classification of living things? Bro, for some reason you're muted. I can't hear you.
Oh, I said, aren't there more than two classifications for someone to be alive?
What are the two major classifications of living things according to science?
I mean, as far as I know, there's not two, there's seven.
What are they? Tell me.
Isn't it like they excrete waste, they reproduce?
That's not what I'm
There's a
asking
couple
you.
others, but I'm not sure.
I'm not asking you what living things do. I'm asking you the classifications, the two. And I'm just going to help you. Plants and animals.
Okay, no, you tell me.
Plants and animals. Every living thing on earth either fits either as a plant or animals. And then among animals, you have vertebrates and invertebrates. Vertebrates are those that have a skeleton, and invertebrates are those that don't have a skeleton, like insects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Insectoids. And then even among vertebrates, you have mammals and you have fish. Then you have reptiles, and you have amphibians. But the major classification is plants and animals. You want to know?
Oh yeah,
You want to know which classification human beings fall under?
animals.
Exactly, buddy.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
we don't create our own food.
Huh?
Animals is literally just like so there's two types of living organism. There's animals that are in dirt and create their own food via photosynthesis, and there are animals who have to eat their own food and don't necessarily create their own food. That's why we just fall under the same open bracket. But under animals, there is like there's more. It doesn't just stay animals. Like
Really? What is that?
we're called
Bro?
classified as animals, but we're still
Anything that
different
is
to animals.
classified as an animal, no matter what it is still an animal. Humans are animals.
Okay, so my original point was, do you think you could function perfectly fine off of your logic? And you said yes. Do you still stand by that?
I said without logic, meaning that I can function instinctively. Yes,
Okay, but would you function perfectly fine in today's society?
sure.
So you think that you could function in today's society perfectly fine and adequately without getting into trouble or getting yourself hurt?
I mean, what do you consider getting into trouble?
I mean, if you were purely acting off of instincts, you wouldn't be able to use your logic to read a room and act appropriately because you would just act off your emotions.
Yeah, I'll just act out of my emotions, and then I'll end up in jail where I get free food and free lodging. So I don't even have to think about those things.
But that's still not functioning adequately because you're in jail now. So now you're
Yeah,
just
but it doesn't matter. It's still free food and free labor. I don't really care because guess what? I'm not even thinking anyways. I just want to sleep, eat, shit, and poop.
okay. So why haven't you done that now? Why are you not in jail right now?
Well,
If that's
because
so
obviously I have the ability to think. So I'm not telling you that this is what I want to do. I'm just showing you
okay,
that it's possible. Come
it's
on, man.
possible. So
Of course, it's
okay. So
possible. That's why
what
there's
would you
people in
rather?
jail, bro. You know some people live
But
in jail, bro.
what would you rather do? Would you rather live with logic or live without logic?
I don't care. I just go with the flow. If you want to find out, come and hurt people that belong to me and see how I behave or do something to me.
Yeah.
You say, listen. It doesn't really matter to me. Something. I just want to eat, shit, poop, and sleep. If you take away my ability to think and reason, I'll be fine just off instinct. If I can
Okay.
reason,
So
I'll take the easy
let's look
way
at it on
out.
a larger. Let's look at it on a larger scale. Do you think humans would have got to this point where they are in society without logic?
Without logic, I think that this world would be a better place because human logic is like a cancer on the earth. Think about how many animals' habitats we had to destroy in order to do what you call an advanced civilization. Think about how many plants and trees, because we consider plants living things. So we literally had to kill people to be successful. Your table,
Okay, okay,
your table.
okay.
Listen, no, bro, hold up, bro. Let me show you just exactly how pitiful what you are thinking is. Bro, if science classifies living things as plants and animals, every time you kill a plant, you kill a person. Because it's a living thing, right? You can't take life. If we value life, we value all life. Your
So plants
table,
are
your bed, your
okay,
car,
but person
everything.
a person is used to describe a human. So killing a plant is not killing a person.
Brother, a living thing.
It's not a person. It's a living thing, but it's not a
But
person.
what makes a
Person is
person valuable?
the fact that they're human.
No, the fact that they are alive.
Yeah, but they exactly. But my point is
Bro,
the
bro,
term person is
bro.
only used to
What
describe a
makes
human.
what makes what makes human beings valuable is not our ability to think, it's our lives. You're not
Okay,
allowed to
so
kill bro, you're not allowed to kill someone that is mentally sick just
okay,
because
okay.
they don't
Does your life
contribute anything to society. Are you Hitler, bro? That's like Hitler, bro.
okay? So does your life have the same value as a tree?
Yes.
Your life has the same value as a plant.
Yes. Are you kidding? It's a living thing. I didn't put it there. I didn't make it. Who am I? The only way I can interact with that tree is trying to be its master.
A singular tree. A singular tree, and you. You're saying that you yourself and the tree is more valuable than you.
If you give me 100 years, I will become 100,000 people. You give that tree 100 years, it becomes a forest. What's the difference? It's life.
The comments aren't getting what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying all trees. I'm just talking about a singular tree. I know trees give out oxygen.
Bro,
I'm talking about
a
a
singular
singular tree.
tree is a living thing. I'm telling you that if you're judging life based on the fact that living things are living, then guess what? Human beings are not different from animals because we have to kill and brutally murder other living things in order to live what we call a comfortable life. Just like the lions go and hunt and use the animals for food and entertainment. You know, lions like to hunt for fun sometimes, right? Lions like to torment their prey sometimes. When they're not hungry and they just feel like playing, those lions will catch a prey and just torment it, watch it suffer. And then there's sometimes that a lion will catch its prey and then it will willingly choose not to eat it. Like,
So
bruh,
do you not think that humans are special?
no, humans ain't that special
So how are we the ones that were able to like take control of the world rather than lions?
because we're a virus. Duh, we're sick. Naturally, based on the natural flow of things, we destroy nature. That's why we're defiling nature, bro. That's why this whole conversation began. Defiling gravity. We are the only ones that want to break the natural rules of things because we have fun breaking the rules.
Okay, but
And,
why
we,
couldn't a
and we've
lion?
been doing it. We've been doing it for so long that a person like you was born and you think it's normal, but that's not normal, bro. Look at all indigenous cultures. They always preached living one as one with nature. It's not that they didn't have the intellect and the brains to develop all these things. No, they just didn't want to because they understood that the price was a heavy price. Bro, do you know how much forest has been destroyed?
Of course, I know those are bad things, but you're focusing purely on bad things humans have done. I'm
Bro,
all about all the
everything
positive.
that human beings do is bad from the perspective of other
That's
living
not.
things.
That's not okay. That's not true. There
Bro,
are loads of things.
everything that human beings do is bad from the perspective of other living things. Human beings are parasites in on earth.
Okay, okay.
We
So
we eat,
let's
listen, bro, we eat or we kill or we destroy everything. Everything. Bro, we don't, the only things that we add new are things that are already dead. We build rocks, we build buildings that don't have no consciousness. In fact, we've lost value for living things that we're now desperately trying to form relationships with machines. Or we imagine imaginary friends called gods to believe in. And we ignore the life that we already have. Bro, that's not advancement. That is destruction. That's gonna lead to the impending destruction of this realm. Bro, nuclear weapons? Bro, what good thing came out of building a nuke?
I do agree with everything you're saying, and I do think that humans, to an extent,
I know you
as we've
understand me. I know you understand me.
as we've evolved, we've started. Well, the higher ups have started doing things that are damaging us because as we evolve, we become more dangerous to ourselves.
Bro, I think
But at
that
the
the
same
moment we
time,
discovered fire, we became the most dangerous thing on earth, the most dangerous parasite. Because we've been burning everything down since then.
yeah, obviously, like we're ruining the climate, whatever. But at the same time, that it still is the complete flip side of the coin. Like you
Which
can
is
see,
what?
like what,
Tell me one good thing that human beings do for the earth.
bro, have you not seen like the amount of stuff that people are trying to put into place to help climate change and reduce climate change? Like
Bro,
people have been
but what's causing the climate to change to begin with?
humans started it, but the fact just because you started it and they've acknowledged they're wrong and they're trying to stop it now.
Bro, but the earth doesn't need your help. Did the earth tell you that it needs your help?
Yeah, but if we didn't decide to take action and reduce these effects, then
Then the
wouldn't
oceans
that?
would just freaking rise and wipe us out, just like a purge, right? The oceans would just melt and the waters would come and destroy human civilization and drown all
Yeah,
of
and
us. And
then
then
it will also
after a few years, the water will recede, and then guess what? The grain will grow again. And then evolution will start all over again. Bacteria will still be there. It's just how it works. The earth is patient, bro. The earth ain't bothered by us. It's just that we are worried for ourselves. Climate change is because we are worried for our own survival, not because we're worried of the earth, bro.
okay. You make good points. You make good points. All
Yeah,
right, let me ask you a
honestly.
question. Let me ask you a question. So let's say you were walking in the desert. You're walking in the desert. This is a fully hypothetical situation, by the way. So just bear in mind. This is you're walking in the desert. You've never seen a phone in your life. You see a phone. You see a phone, but you don't know it's a phone. You see it lying down on the desert floor, and you pick it up. Would you assume that this phone has been designed by someone?
No,
So you don't think the phone has been designed? You don't know what a phone is. You've never seen a phone. You've never seen a factory. Would you not
bro.
assume that it's been by
If
someone?
you walk down the desert and you see a shining stone, you just assume that it was designed by someone.
I mean, if I've never seen a stone before, it has some sort of design. Clearly,
Yeah, a diamond, but you don't know it's a diamond. You're gonna think it was designed by someone.
that's a good point.
Think about it, man. Because diamonds have these awesome, magnificent shapes that will make you get you thinking. So if you find one, you're not just going to assume that it was made by someone unless you're already pre-programmed to think so.
So do you think that the universe came into existence out of nothing?
No, the universe is just like the diamond, bro. Yeah.
So what? So it's always been
One
there.
one natural thing led to another. There's no intelligence involved. It's just a bunch of
Okay, so
coincidences.
you think there was a start to the universe?
No.
So you think it's always been there?
And it's always not been there.
Can you explain how that exists? Like how that could happen?
So the universe is an imaginary idea. There's no such thing as a universe in reality. In
So
reality,
you
there is the school you go to, the town you live in, the cities you've been to. That's really what is reality to you. The idea of the universe is now what you are filling the gaps with your imagination based on what you've called logic. You've made certain assumptions, which could honestly be false.
so you're saying that everything that the science has shown us about the universe is false?
Most of what science says about a universe that is not experientiable and practical is false. It's just theories. And
Yeah, but have they not? Have
let
they
me tell
not
you
said?
something. Scientists are the most honest people on earth, bro. They don't mind getting up tomorrow and telling you that, yeah, we were wrong. They're not like religious people. Religious people have a hard time claiming to be wrong. But science, man, science will flip a coin real quick. They'll tell you how wrong they were because guess what? When they find something new, they are genuinely excited. A scientist is a person who likes being wrong. A religious person is a person who likes being right. A scientist would do everything to be wrong because he knows that whatever things he can find that are true and right in the process of wanting to be wrong, those things are always valuable like gold. A religious person, he always wants to be right. So guess what? He is rarely right. He's mostly and always wrong because His deep desire to be right has made him to form so many false assumptions. And when he does find out that he's wrong, he can't live with it. But the scientists, they assume they are wrong. And when they find out that they're right, they really enjoy it, you know?
Okay, so when they sent the when people watched the first manned mission to the moon and they saw the rocket go into space, or the Hubble telescope was sent into space and took telescopes of space and sent it back down, would you say that they're all fake?
What I'm telling you is that the possibility that it was fake is greater than the possibility that it was real.
Okay. So if that's the case, then let's just talk about hypothetically. Let's just talk about hypothetically they're all real. There are pictures of space. Like they've sent out satellites to space. You can see the moon in the sky. There's something. There's clearly something outside of Earth. Like at night, you see the stars. There is something in space. Space exists.
No, you don't know if that thing that you're seeing is a projection or if it truly has depth. Just like when you see things on television. I never show you. That's what I'm telling you, bro. The possibility that we are being duped is actually great because we naturally cannot visibly go up like birds and verify space. So
Okay, so how about
if
so
space
me
is
and you
just a giant projection, bro, like literally a
okay,
projection,
me,
a
me
digital
and you
projection.
can't. Me and you can't because it's not in our reality because we haven't seen it. But an astronaut might say that you're wrong because he might have actually went and seen it with his eyes. And he's your logic is that because I haven't seen it, it's not part of my reality, it's not part of my reception, therefore it's not real.
Let me ask you something, but so can Tom Hanks in Apollo 13. You can clearly see Tom Hanks on television going to space, just like the astronauts did in real life. Nothing more. In fact, if I show you that Tom Hanks movie, you wouldn't even be able to tell that it was a movie. It's the exact same thing they did in the moon landing, bro. That is enough room for doubt.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. 100% you're right.
And
But
plus,
the same
bro,
science
why is it that we haven't been back? Why haven't
yeah,
we
but
been back?
the same science that you're saying is wrong, the same science that they use to go to space that you're saying is wrong. It's the same science that has literally created all the medicines in the earth, all the NHS, all the health service medicine. Everything that you're using right now has been made with that same science they've used to go to space. So
Brother,
if you're
but
saying
check
that,
this out. Check this out. They didn't use that science to go to space. They used that science to convince us that they went to space because the only thing that science could really have done was to create all these things that we're using here today. So because we see that these things are real, they can now lie to us and we'll just believe them because it appears that they'll get credibility, right? But then again, your credibility is really not that credible because Hollywood makes better videos than NASA. That's all I'm going to tell you, bro. Have you ever watched Star Wars? Bruh. You ever seen a plane in Star Wars just approaching the planet and you're just like, wow, so beautiful. And then you start imagining that the Earth is like that. And yet, the planes in Star Wars never have to go through the burnout in the atmosphere that they make us think. Think about it, bro. Listen, bro. We are living in a world where everyone is a magician. Everyone is pulling a trick. So the ones who survive are the ones that can see through tricks.
so what I'm still trying to wrap my head around is you don't. So okay, so you don't believe the universe exists because it's outside of our perception, and
It's not a
therefore
matter
there's
of
no.
belief. Remember, guys, I don't function based on belief. If you believe we went to space, you're just as messed up as the person who doesn't believe it. I'm telling you that. I don't form an opinion about if we went to space or not. All I'm
Because
telling you is that it
you
is as
can't.
much possible that we went to space as much as it is possible that we didn't. It is possible that the Earth is flat as much as it's possible that it's not. That's reality. If
Okay,
the
so do you
Earth,
believe that?
if the Earth was undeniably a ball, flat Earthers would not be able to exist. If the Earth was flat, ball Earthers would not be able to exist. Chances is it's probably not even both. That's crazy, right? That tells you that, damn, why is no one searching? No one is searching because the whole debate is meant to freeze your mind and to destroy your curiosity.
Okay, so you work on a proof basis. You need to see proofs for it. You need to see proof.
Because
Hard,
proof
solid.
is what establishes reality, yes. Anything that cannot be proven is just imaginary.
Okay. Okay. So the universe doesn't exist, which is what you're saying.
It's just an
Which is what you.
idea in people's heads. Yes, as far as we're concerned, it's a multiverse or an omniverse or a singleverse or a pluralverse. It could be any type of verse.
Okay.
There's,
So as much as you
it could be
believe,
a metaverse. Ooh, it could be a metaverse. It could be a
as much as
Samsung verse or an
as
Apple
much.
verse. It could be a TikTok verse. Right, it could be a freaking United States of America verse, or it could be an Earth verse, or a
Okay.
Bible
So
verse, or a Quran verse. It could be a Bible verse or a Quran verse. Think about it.
okay.
It could be anything.
As much as you can believe there's no universe, the equal amount. I can also believe there is one. Like there's if
That's
there's
the
no
whole
proof.
point, bro. That is it, bro. The fact that anyone that holds an opinion could be right, that's what proves that everyone is wrong. So the real answer is that we don't freaking know.
Okay, yeah, but
And
there are so many things that you can't see that are reality proven.
but only
Like there are
because
so
they're available to other, only because they're available to our other five senses, or we have machines that can help us see them in real
okay,
time. In
but
real time.
realistically, the average person won't be able to go to space anyway. So the chance of people seeing space themselves is low anyway.
So space is not real to those people, and space is not real.
Yeah. Oh my god. Your point is you do have a good point. You do have a good point that because you can't see it and you can't prove it, that
Neither
space doesn't
can
exist.
you. And what you call
But then
proof,
yeah,
somebody else
I
is
we
using the same thing for fiction, bro. What people listen, bro, what NASA calls proof for going to space, Hollywood is using it to make billions in entertainment, bro. So
so do you think that
who's right?
millions of
What if Hollywood is
so
right?
so do you think that millions of wait, so if space doesn't exist, then how do we have Wi-Fi? Because Wi-Fi is literally satellites in space.
Satellites in the atmosphere, like where planes
and
fly. Do you know the
and space.
ceiling for TCAS?
Okay, so do you think the atmosphere goes on forever? Do you not think there's an end to the atmosphere?
I mean,
Because there's a
who
point
got to
above
the
the
end of
atmosphere.
it? Who anybody ever got to the end of it and that can prove it? No.
I mean,
When you
there are
look up,
literally
you see an end to it? No.
there are there are. I mean, if you go into a plane, you can see the skyline. There's people that have been in actual rockets that have went through the atmosphere. The atmosphere has an end.
Bro,
As you
when you get
as
into
you
a plane, you still see the sky above you.
as you know, the further you go up, you can do this yourself. You go to the top of a mountain and air is thin because the atmosphere is getting thinner. Because the higher you go up, the thinner the atmosphere gets, and then at one point the atmosphere is finished. There's no atmosphere, and above that,
Let me ask you a
space.
question. Of course, bro. But that space is still made of something. What is it?
It's a vacuum.
No, it's not a vacuum.
Okay, so what is it?
Let me ask you something. What's a vacuum?
A
What's the
vacuum is a
definition?
place. A vacuum is a place with very little or no particles.
So how the hell you have these giant particles called planets?
Planets are in the vacuums. That's why we
Yeah, no,
have
bro,
an
but check about
atmosphere
it.
protecting us.
Bro, if space was a vacuum, you wouldn't have planets.
That's not how it works. The
That's not
planet.
how you have been
In
explained that it works, but logic will state to you that a vacuum means void. Let me give you the definition of a vacuum, bro. The real definition of a vacuum. Vacuum. It pulled me a vacuum cleaner. Ah, definition of a vacuum. A space entirely devoid of matter.
mm,
Bro, I think they already told you what space is, bro. I think that they're telling us that it's digital. Oh, that
So
is it's a projection.
as
I
you
think they're trying to tell us that it's not tangible because if it is
okay,
tangible,
so
if it is
if
tangible, then it's not a vacuum. And if it's not a vacuum, then it is what people believe it was in 1900 or like literally 100 years ago. Do you know what it was 100 years ago before Einstein's theory of relativity? Do you know what it was?
no,
Do you know
tell
what
me.
space was?
No.
It was called the ether, like Ethereum.
Okay, but like 100 years ago, they also used to think that smoking cigarettes was good for you. But as science gets further on, we get advancements and we find out more of the truth.
Bro, you're
If you
not
d- if
listening. You're not listening. You're not listening. 100 years ago, and from all of humanity, human time, before Einstein's theory of relativity and the introduction of black holes and the space travel, deception, or reality, whatever you want to pick, the highest level of the atmosphere was made up of the fourth state of water. Water could exist in four states: as a liquid, as a solid, as a gas, as an ether.
okay,
As an ether.
so
You want
okay,
you want to you
so
want to you want to know what an ether is, bro?
explain.
A projection. Bro, these
Mm.
people, this idea suggests that
Okay, but wasn't this before they actually went into space?
yes,
So it
yes.
was before went into space and then they changed it.
No, no, no. They changed it when they decided to go into space. So whatever was happening in Nazi Germany, bro, it changed the whole world forever. And they found something, the Nazis have found something that was about to make them gods on earth, literally, like supreme, like
Okay,
some form of ancient technology. That's what
so
Antarctica is all about. That's what Greenland is all about. That's what oil and gasoline fuel is all about. And that's what electric vehicles today are all about, right?
back
So
to your um,
check this out.
vacuums being yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So there is a fourth state of water. So
Mm,
according to Africans and the way we look at it, water have infinite states. So
mm.
water is the substance that makes everything everything. So
Water.
water is the most fundamental state of energy, and everything else that you see is a conversion of water in one way or another,
That
right?
is true. Water is a baseline of Earth. It's a baseline of like life in general, H2O. But there are, of course, you can have H2O in solid form, which is ice, liquid form, water, gas form, steam, and then you have the fourth state, plasma. But they're all
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
H2O.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
They're
What?
not all plasma.
What state is that?
It's not it's a state that I don't know if it's the exact fourth, but it's one that's out of the three. It's a different state.
Check this out. Check this out. It's not solid. It's not gas, and it's not liquid.
There are more than three states of matter.
It's like a gel. That's what people thought space was made out of, and it explains the heavenly bodies from those people's perspective. Now, honestly, those people could be 100% wrong, and we're right. It's just space with planets, but there's reasonable doubt, and science is still expanding. A true scientist never makes up his mind for sure, especially when a law can be broken. A true
Wait, no.
scientist always allows room to learn.
So okay, so back to the what were we talking about? Vacuum point. So yeah, a vacuum is a place that is little to no particles. Yes, there are your point was how is it a vacuum if there are planets in space? It's still a vacuum because the ratio of planets to actual space is still very low.
That's
Like
not
for
true.
every no. The actual amount of space like in between planets is way larger than the actual amount of planets.
Bro, will you consider the force of gravity to be matter?
The force, no, gravity is a force, so I guess it's not matter. No,
So, so if gravity is a force, how does it exist within space, time, and matter? What is it? Is it time? If it's not matter, is it time?
no, I guess
Is it
no.
space? Is it space?
It's space. It's space.
Gravity is space.
Yes, it's
So
space.
you're telling
It's
me that you and I right now we're in
it,
space?
it
No, no, no,
falls
no, no,
under
bro.
the
Bro, check
bracket
this
of
out. Check
space.
this out. Are you trying to say that you and I right now we are in space on Earth?
No,
Exactly. The
gravity.
air, gravity is still acting upon you and I right now, and we're inside of gravity, and it's clearly not space. But if it is space, then you are correct. This space is made up of gases. So that tells you that whatever space is out there is also made up of some form of elements. Go and look it up.
Gravity is
Go and look it up. It is hydrogen.
gravity.
It is hydrogen.
Without gravity, matter. Gravity is what pulls together matter. It's what keeps matter together. Without gravity, you won't have matter.
Bro,
It's part of
think of
space.
think of think of
Gravity is under space.
think of what space is made of. What is the most abundant element in space? Let me look it up.
Like in outer space.
What is the most abundant element in space? Man, I'm gonna go to a beach today and swim. That's what I'm feeling like right now. Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe, accounting for about 75% of its normal matter, and was created in the Big Bang. Helium is an element usually in the form of a gas that consists of a nucleus of two protons and two neutrons.
Okay,
So
so do
yes,
you believe in the Big Bang?
huh?
Do you believe in the Big Bang?
I don't believe in the Big Bang, but the
Okay,
Big
so
Bang
then
makes sense.
therefore you can't believe in that fact because the fact stems from the
Listen,
fact that the
listen, listen, listen to me. I don't believe in the Big Bang.
okay, so you can't believe in that fact because the fact is saying that it comes from the Big Bang.
I don't believe in that fact. I'm just telling you what they say.
Okay, so you can make a vacuum on Earth. Like if
Okay, exactly, bro. That's proof to you
there's
that space
okay
cannot
there's
be a
vacuum.
vacuum, and that because if you can make a vacuum on Earth, bruh,
Yeah, you just make a place that is with very little particles, and then you go inside without protection, and you would die because there's not an equal amount of pressure on the outside of your body and the inside of your body, which is why they send astronauts to space with special suits.
so
Otherwise,
hold
they
up.
would die.
So if you go into space, you will explode or
Yes,
implode. Will you explode or implode?
explode because
But
there's no
then, but then, but
there's no
then, why is it
external
that the gravity of the sun pulls things towards the sun? How does
because
it pull? How? Okay, bro,
because
bro.
the sun
If
is
there's
way
if there's little particles in space, how does the light travel from the sun to the Earth? Through what?
there's still it's not completely void. There's little particles. There's still particles in space, but it's small, a
Who
very
measured it?
small
Who measured these
particles.
little particles? Who measured it?
You 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 read it yourself. You said it like 2 seconds ago. The Big Bang, hydrogen, most abundant.
Bro, but I told you that I don't
element.
subscribe to the Big Bang, bro. Space,
Okay, so
when we
why do
look,
you
but
believe?
bro, when you look at the stars, what do they look like to you? If you didn't think of space, what would you think the stars were?
Um, I mean, if I didn't know that I wouldn't know because no one would have told me. Like I don't know. You would just think they're like bright things in the sky. In the sky.
What do you think of constellations?
Constellations, they're just stars in like a certain shape, are they not?
But why do they have that shape?
Because they just happen to be in that shape. I'm not sure. I didn't really know too much about constellations.
Yeah, but why is the North Star always at the center of the heavens, or what you call sky? Why is the North
I
Star
mean,
always
I,
why is the North Star always in alignment with our North Pole?
I know
Po-
literally nothing about. You have to tell me if you know.
Polaris. Let me tell you Polaris. Polaris is the North Star.
Mm.
Why is Polaris always in alignment with the North Pole? It's called the North Star. It marks the location of the sky's North Pole or the North Celestial Pole. the point around which the whole northern sky full of stars turns. That is why you can always use Polaris to find the direction north. It is the oldest form of navigation. In the ancient world, people used to navigate by following Polaris. If you wanted to go north, you just follow that star. And it's actually quite accurate, bro. It's insanely accurate, bro. It never moves, but it's a star. How can something that is millions of miles away be that accurately straight on the earth? The answer that some people have is that it's really not millions of miles away. It's not.
Okay, but doesn't that still also show that light still somehow managed to travel to Earth?
Yeah, but think about it, bro. That
Light is.
consistent, bro, it's not just that the light is traveling, it is always in alignment with our North Pole.
I mean, that has to do with something to do with Earth's tilt and our Earth's like that part of Earth
Yeah,
always
but
facing
how is L
forward.
tilted towards a star that is not even in our solar system?
I guess by chance.
Bro, what kind of chance is that? That
The
that
fact that the Earth
we go, bro. You can even navigate using it. Nah, bro. Is people have suggested that it's digital, that is projection. Like you see the way you see the way they brought Tupac back to life. So there is a natural phenomenon that can digitalize light, and it can take multiple forms. And people who propagate a creator, they usually like to use that idea, but I don't think that it's a creator. I think it's just a natural phenomenon. Just like the freaking snow cones. Why do snow cones take the shape that they take? Snowflakes.
it's a
Bro,
natural
why are
it's a natural
snowflakes shaped like stars?
snowflakes aren't shaped like stars.
Yes, they are.
They're not. A star is literally a big ball of gas.
Bro, the light of the star takes the same shape as the snowflakes.
Does it?
Yes.
Either way, even if it does, it's a natural phenomenon. Either way, my point was that space does exist.
Bro, space only exists in your imagination. You understand? I think the only vacuum that exists is in the imagination of religious people, but you don't seem like you're religious. So yeah, I think that the brains of religious people is the only place where there is a vacuum. Very little particles. That's why they have to
Yeah,
believe, man. They don't really have
yeah,
much
but,
knowledge. They don't have much
yeah,
knowledge, so
but
they have to believe because there's not much
yeah,
there.
but you can see yourself that the higher you go up, the thinner the atmosphere gets, the less particles there are.
Bruh, of course. And the further down you come,
The more
the
particles there
heavier
are.
the heavier the particles of air becomes, right? Until it
Due to
actually
due to gravity.
becomes water. And then the further you get into the water, the heavier the pressure of the water on you. Bro,
Yeah, so that means
I saw a video a long time ago. I don't know if this is real, but some of you guys might have seen it. This dude dove down in the ocean and he got to the bottom of the ocean and he found a lake inside the ocean that was so thick he couldn't penetrate it. It was water, but the water was so dense. He tried to physically put his arm through it, and it was like a jelly. It wouldn't let him go through it.
okay, so just like a pool, you enter the pool, and the lower you go, the denser it gets. You still have to enter the pool. There's still a surface, so therefore there has to be a start to the atmosphere. Therefore, out of the atmosphere, there has to be space.
They don't have to be space. You know, a vacuum, bro. The idea of a vacuum, it's not natural, bro. Like
Yeah, but it makes
vacuums cannot exist in nature.
yeah, but
Vacuums cannot exist in nature because everything in nature flows, like water, right? And
yeah, but everything's working
things
out.
will just flow and fill in the gap.
No, that's
That,
not how
that
it. No,
bro, that is why they made up the idea of black holes. It's just fictional.
okay.
The vacuums
So
that we make on Earth is not a vacuum; it's a suction. So what we do is that we attempt to suck out everything, right? But we can't really, bro. You can't create a vacuum. What we call vacuums are not vacuums. We're just removing air. But what is left when there's no air? That's a secret, bro. That's a secret. That's a secret technology of the future. Think about
Mm.
electricity. Electricity is a vacuum per se. So much energy moving all at once, condensed. But there's no such thing as a void naturally occurring in nature. There's
I
not.
mean, from what I've learned in school, it still has a lot to do with gravity. The reason that space is a void, I mean, and there's little to no particles, is because all like the asteroids, the particles have been dragged down to planets via gravity, which is why.
Do you want to know my personal opinion?
Why? What's your personal opinion?
I think that in this century, we're actually going to debunk gravity.
So
And
you don't think gravity exists, basically, that's what you're saying.
no, I think that what people are calling gravity is not real. It's just weight and balance. And then all the other things that we attribute to gravity is fictional.
Yeah,
And
but as you
the existence of gravity is preventing us from gaining free energy.
okay,
So
but doesn't
think about it, bro. Energy should be abundant, bro. Like the technology that we have, we should have so much free energy. There's electricity everywhere, bro. Bro, thunder is made by clouds. Thunder is made by clouds, bro.
thunder is by particles in clouds rubbing together at high speeds, which causes thunder.
Bro, thunder is made by clouds. Bro, look at how much energy clouds produce, bro. Water. That's freaking water.
You know, there are places on Earth where they can reduce the gravity in like a room, and your weight changes. Your weight is on the basis of your gravity. If gravity is stronger, you weigh more because the gravity is pulling you down more. If gravity is really light, you're lighter. You can jump higher because you weigh
Bro,
less.
you see how I said to you that we are dense. That's why we are grounded on the ground, right?
Mm.
But we're still buoyant enough. That's why we're not like rocks. We're still buoyant enough. If we were like rocks, we would be still, we wouldn't be able to move. But we are still light enough. We just can't, that's why we can jump. You don't hit your head when you jump. When you jump, you still go up high. And human beings, NBA players, we can live. We can physically live and make ourselves lighter than the air or bust through the air, use that force to propel ourselves through the air. And then we can stand up on four legs. Gravity doesn't bend our backs and forces us to the ground because gravity is not that overwhelming. And yet you're telling me that the
Gravity
same
is like
gravity, bro, check this out.
Earth.
And yet you're telling me the same gravity keeps the entire water in the ocean stationary and the water doesn't, bro, water always flows and follows the path of least resistance. That's one of the fundamental things about water. So that's why gravity is very vague. And honestly, even scientists will tell you that no one really knows what the hell gravity is. Everyone just kind of accepts the fact that it is what it is because people who used to argue against gravity used to disappear. In the 50s, bro, if you were talking about it against the space program, bro, you were disappearing. Let me tell you something about America and even just this world. When someone is in power and wants to push a specific narrative, people who don't agree just disappear. That's how the Quran was able to be maintained because if you came up with a different version of the Quran, you just disappeared. And Muslims
That's
did not
because
care. They did whatever to eliminate anyone that had any other opinion.
well, I don't think that's necessarily true.
Bruh, what happened to Princess Diana?
I mean, she got killed, clearly, but that's
Yeah.
different. That's the
No,
royal
it's not
family.
different. It's not
That's
different.
the royal family. Anyone in the royal family that speaks against the royal family gets killed. Come on
Why?
now. Because the royal fam, I don't know. There's some deep, dark secrets in the royal family that
What
we
type of
don't have any.
secrets? What type of secrets?
That's the thing we don't know. All we know is that
Technological
they're
secrets. Technology is what gives people power, bro. Why do you think the British monarchy is still relevant? They have power. What type of power? Technological. This is 2023. No one is in power anywhere who doesn't have superior technology. No one is in power. If you're not gonna intimidate people by having some old time statue. No, it's technological.
Mm, mm, mm.
Thank you for your time, my brother. Thank you
Yeah,
for
no,
your
it was a
time, my brother.
good talk.
Man, I was so undisciplined today. This time, and I haven't been faithful. So let's try to be faithful. What's going on, Sabrina? Hello, Sabrina. Thank you for your time. What's going on, Rashima?
Sorry. Hello?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Wakanga, man. You're the truth, man.
Haha. I'm causing confusion in the kingdom of God. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Nah, people agree with you, so I'll just say something quick. You know, we got to wake up, man. Wake up. And it's going to go a long way. I just look at black people, and we still go to church and worship all the time. I can't believe it. It's just crazy to me.
I know, bro. It's kind of
It's
taking a
crazy to
long
me.
time for
That's really
people
all
to
I got to
come out
say.
of it, but people are going to come out of it very soon. Religion is getting outdated, and religious
I
people
know,
are noticing it. Religious leaders are also noticing it. In fact,
yeah, that's
one
good.
of the biggest changes right now is that religious people don't want to give money anymore.
They're catching on, yeah.
Yeah, they're catching on. They're realizing that,
I
bro.
know.
These pastors are living in mansions, doing
Facts.
all this
And
crazy
also,
thing.
just think about it. Like we literally have in church will have like 3 generations, 4 generations of black people all together. Rather than talking about solving problems, they'll talk about worship. Like, come on, I can't believe it. We got to move on
Bro,
from it.
what else do you do
We got to
if
move
you're
on from it.
hoping to go to a place where there is no tears, there's no suffering? All you can do is be delusional, bro. You delude
Exactly,
yourself.
exactly. Could you imagine if all that money that they use at the church, they use it to put together each other and build each other up?
I don't even like
That's
thinking
the step
about
they
it. It
got to
just makes
take. They
me
got to
mad.
take. But
Bro, can you imagine what would happen if they just gave me all
yeah, I
that
know.
money, man? If they just gave me all that money instead of wasting it on pastors, man, I freaking start a revolution,
Man,
man.
and
Like I'll make Wakanda, bro. Like
it's
we have so
crazy.
many resources, bro. I don't know why we don't have the brains to develop them. It just hurts thinking about it.
Yeah, it's fading out though. It's a good thing. Like with each generation, it fades out some more, so it's good. And people like you doing shows, it's gonna fade out, but we just got to keep it up. That's all I got though. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Keep
I
doing your thing.
appreciate you, bro. No problem.
All right.
There is no God. There never has been. There never will be. God is nothing but the figment of your imagination. What's up, Mr. Ifan Rajab? What you got for me?
Why do you believe that there is no God?
Because you cannot prove that there is God.
I cannot prove that there is God. Okay, so if a baker baked a cake, who baked the baker?
God is not a baker, and the world is not a cake.
Okay, so who made the baker?
I don't care who made the baker because I'm not really worried about the baker.
So you don't know how the baker was made?
I don't care about the baker. You're the one who cares about the baker.
No, it's a simple question. It's a simple
And I'm
question.
telling you my answer. I don't really care. It could be your imagination or somebody's grandmother or who knows, maybe he just fell off the sky. I don't care. Why are you asking me about the baker? Have,
Okay, who
have, you,
made you?
have you ever seen a baker who doesn't have a father and a mother? My father and my mother
Obviously, they
made
have
me. My father
your
and my
father and your mother.
mother, my father and my mother made me.
Your father and your mother made you, right? Are you
Duh.
sure? Duh. Okay. Who made your father and your mother? Their grandparents, yeah?
My grandparents,
Their parents.
but my
Your
grandparents, but
grandparents.
their parents,
Your grandparents made your parents, yeah? That's correct, right?
of course.
Okay. Who made your grandparents? Who
Their
made their
parents,
parents? Who made
their parents.
God? The first human
Brother,
being. Who made the first human being?
which first human being?
Adam. Adam and Eve. The
The,
fir- the first
the
the
black
first two
Adam or the
people to walk
Chinese
on.
Adam? The Chinese Adam or the black Adam?
Whichever.
Well, because Chinese people don't make black people and black people don't make Chinese people, so we can't say that there was one original human being. That's just the brain of a person who doesn't understand science. And yours seem to be one of those brains.
Okay. So you say a Chinese person cannot make a black person cannot make a white person, or an Indian person. Okay. So you believe in science, right?
I know science. I don't need to believe in science.
No. Okay. Wait. You don't believe. I understand this about you. You're a person who does not believe in anything, right?
If you know that, why are
You
you
just
asking
know.
me?
You just know. Okay. So tell me this. How do you know, how does science know how black people and Chinese people were made? Because you know science.
Science doesn't claim that it knows. Science is just researching. So science hasn't found it out all yet. And science is not gullible enough. Listen, brother. Science doesn't
Yeah.
claim to know. Science is clearly telling everyone that they are still researching. And guess what? On the day when they find out, they're going to tell us who.
Okay. Right. Repeat what you just said. They haven't found out yet. They're still researching, and one day when they find out, they're gonna tell us who. Correct? You said that, right? All
Sure.
right. Yeah, okay. Now the book of God already has all this research done. The Quran, I'm a
Yeah,
Muslim. The Quran already
but the
has all this.
Quran. Listen. Have you ever read the Mahabharata?
The what?
Exactly. I rest my case. So that book of God that you think is a book of God, no, that's the book of Muhammad, who was a
The Mahabharata,
liar.
what?
Have you ever read the Mahabharata?
Mahabharata. No, I haven't read the Mahabharata, but
Have
I've
you
read the
have
Quran.
you read the sutras?
The surah, you mean surahs?
No, sutras.
No,
Have you read the Shinto scriptures?
no,
Have you read the book of the Supreme Juju?
nope.
Have you read the Holy Bible?
Yeah?
Have you read the Holy Book of Mormon?
Mom, no.
What makes you think that you just read one book in a world with millions of books, and you have the audacity to claim that that book knows something? My friend, you see what I say? You're delusional. You don't really want to know. You don't really care about the truth. You only care about your feelings and your emotions. You only care about what makes you feel good. That's why you're only reading one book, and then when you find something in that one book, instead of you reading every other book to make sure that it's all in alignment,
I'm gonna
you
tell you
run
why.
over here. Listen, bro, you can't write a book about stuff that you don't know, especially when you
Okay,
cannot
but
prove it. Just because you're writing a book doesn't mean you don't know. It doesn't mean you do know.
let me tell you something
If
about.
you want to prove to us that you know, you have to be able to do it, right? Anybody that can tell us how the world was made will also gain the ability to also make a world. So science is going to know how the world was made, or if someone made the world, when science becomes able to create Earths and planets. You understand? Because that's the only way to really know something. You reverse engineer it. That's the only way. If you're just gonna listen to stories, then you're just gonna be confused. You might as well believe in Superman. Hey, bro, do you know Superman said that there was a supreme being
Yeah,
called
I know.
Apocalypse?
Yeah, I know. I know a lot about Superman.
Yes.
I know everything
So,
about.
so exactly, what's the difference between Superman and the Quran?
The difference is that God wrote the Quran.
Yeah, but God wrote
Muhammad
Superman.
went.
God wrote Superman.
No, God didn't write Superman.
Hmm?
Human beings wrote Superman.
Hold on, hold
And
on,
how
hold on,
did
hold on, hold
human?
on, hold on, hold on. So human beings didn't write the Quran?
No, human beings didn't write the Quran.
Human beings did not write the Quran.
Nope.
What language is the Quran written in?
Arabic.
Is that a human language?
It's a human language, but
Oh,
it
hold up. Is that a human language?
no, it's not a human language.
The Quran is not a human language? Arabic is not a human language?
I can't tell you if it's a human language or not. Only God knows.
Is it an animal language?
Animal language? Nope.
Because
I don't.
in this world, if something is not human, it's probably just animals, right? Because we don't know anything else.
So all these books you mentioned to me, the book of Pazuzu, all of that, who wrote them? Human beings, right?
No, they were written by God.
They written all the books that you mentioned.
Yes, they were all written by God. He sent his angel Gabriel to come and give them the message.
All right, all right. Now listen to this. All these books, like let me take the Bible for example, right? That book has been tampered with throughout the centuries.
By
The
God.
Quran has
Yes,
never
it
been.
was tampered by God. God Himself sent His angel to come and change the information. You see, God likes to do upgrades. You see like your phone, right? When you receive upgrade, that's what God did with the Bible. God just sent His angels, and the angels took human form, and they came and edited the Bible. One of God's angel was
No,
called King James. The other one is called
no,
NIV. The other one is called ESV. You see, that's what God does. God likes to. God loves confusing people, but God is really bro.
the human beings
When
the
God
Bible.
was writing Superman, God was trying to
God
give
didn't write Superman. God did
bro.
not write Superman.
Yes, He
Human
did.
beings wrote Superman.
God was trying to tell us the story of Jesus from the perspective of the 20th century. So instead of using the name Jesus and Isa or Muhammad, He used Clark Kent. Remember, the name of Clark is called Kael. 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 Just like Elohim.
No, I know everything about
El.
Superman.
El. Bro,
I know everything about
remember, Superman's name is Kael. Just like
Superman.
Israel.
He's the last son of the planet Krypton.
Check
He's
this
the
out.
last son of the
Bruh,
planet Krypton. His father's name is Jor-El, and his mother's and his sister's and his cousin's name is Kara Zor-El.
exactly, bro. Because they are from the father, they're from the family of Els. And if you read the Bible, Elohim is the supreme God. You see what I'm saying? Superman was divinely inspired, bro. I'm surprised you didn't know that. Bro, did you know that? If you believe in
I knew
Superman,
every. No, I don't believe in Superman, but I know everything
bro,
about
you should
Superman.
believe in Superman. Because when apocalypse attacks the earth, who's gonna save you? Superman will. And Batman. Did you know that Elon Musk is Batman?
Well, Batman is a rich. Bruce Wayne is a rich guy. He owns a
Brother,
company.
did you know that Elon Musk is Batman? That's also
I don't.
written in the holy scriptures of Superman. He has his own chapter.
I don't. Does Elon Musk have a Batmobile? Does he
Yeah,
have a Bat cave?
it's called a Tesla. It's called a Tesla, bro. Series S. It's called,
So does that. So
bro.
does.
He even has a bat cave. He even has a bat jet. And then he
So does
transforms
that.
himself in Austin, Texas at night, and he goes about saving people and fighting crime. Why do you think, bro? Why do you think he bought Twitter? Why do you think
Did
Elon Musk bought Twitter, bro? He was doing the will of God. God inspired
you
him
see?
to save free speech. Listen, God inspired Elon Musk to save free speech. That was
And who
divine.
told you this?
That's a miracle, bro. The fact
But who
that
told you
Elon
this?
Musk could buy Twitter is a miracle. It's a divine miracle, bro. If you don't believe it, you will not be able to drive an electric car, bro. You suffer eternal electrification. Eternal electrification, bro. I'm telling you.
But does that Tesla have guns on it?
Yes.
Does it have eject?
The one that
How do
Elon,
you?
bro, the one that Elon Musk drive is bulletproof. Just like the car of the president of the United States. Have you ever seen the car of the president of the United States? Bruh.
No.
Exactly. Bro, have you ever heard of the Cybertruck? The Cybertruck is the prototype of the Tesla mobile or the Elon mobile. Bro, why do you think Elon Musk owns Dogecoin? Bro, he knows, bro, he has a relationship. He's using alien technology. But what we call aliens is really angels. It's from heaven. It's bro, you know the story
Okay,
better
but
than me.
where are you getting this information from?
Bro, divine inspiration, because I'm also a prophet. I'm a prophet of technology. I'm a
You're a
prophet of tech.
prophet of technology,
I am a prophet of technology. He that has a car,
and
listen, let me prophesy to you. He that has a car will surely go far distances. But he that has a horse must stop to get water to drink. He that has an electric car, in the future, the electric car will be like a horse that can run without stopping because it will get its energy from the sun. Like it. Like it. Bro, you really made me to start prophesying. In the near future, You will not need a device in your hand to communicate telepathically. The device will be in your head. Thou says the Lord of technology.
You do know the difference between a car and a horse is that a horse is a living organism. A car is not a living organism.
A car is
You do know
a living organism. What are you talking about?
a car doesn't have feelings, but
It does
does a
have
car eat?
feelings. Bro,
Does a car eat?
bro, let me,
Does a
of
car drink water?
course. Some,
Show me
bro,
where.
bro,
Show me where does
a
a car
car
eat?
needs to be constantly fed some gasoline and some oil. If not, bro, do you have a car?
No, I don't own a car yet.
Okay, whenever you own a car, bro, don't give it gasoline and see what it does. It would get angry at you and it will not move, even if you wanted to move.
But
Bro,
but it
listen,
won't.
bro, bro. If
But
bro, let me tell you something about your car. If you don't feed your car will refuse to move. It would it
but
would
it won't.
it would disobey you like a horse. It will not move. If it's hungry, it would not move until you put food inside of its stomach.
But it won't die. If you don't feed the horse
Oh,
will drop down
bro,
dead.
bro, bro. If the car sits in front of your house, it would rust. It would die. It would rust. And rusting is like rotten. It's like rotting.
Unless you wash the car and clean the car.
Exactly. If you wash the car and clean the car, that's like you feeding it. You're taking care of it. You're giving it some love. Some love.
No, I'm just washing it. I'm not feeding it gasoline. I'm just washing it. It's still not going to move because there's no
Bro,
gasoline in
bro,
it.
bro.
But
Exactly.
a horse,
Bro, of course, bro. If you leave the car sitting and it gets dirty, it's like a homeless man. You give the homeless man a shower, then you give him food, and then the homeless man will take you where you want to go, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? I don't think, bro. Do you know what the internet is?
obviously.
No, no, bro. As the prophet of
ob-
technology, let me tell you, the internet is the spirit realm. That is where the throne of Elon Musk is in Twitterland. Twitterland is like a place where there is no suffering, there's no crying. It's like heaven. It's what you guys call heaven in the Quran, but it's called in the spirit realm, right? That's the
Do you,
internet.
do you
That's
know
the
what?
internet. And bro, let me tell you where hell. Do you want to know where hellfire is on the internet? It's called Facebook. That's hellfire. Bad people go
You
there.
you, you hellfire.
Yeah, bro.
Do you know what?
On the internet, heaven is Bakangalan, TikTok. If you're on TikTok in Bakangalan, you're in heaven. Bro, if only you knew. If only you, bro, I hope you have received
I
the good
know.
message of technology because I am preaching to you the word of technology. This is the good news. This will save your existence. You will live forever. Let me tell you, bro, you want me to tell you how to live forever? Do you know that you can live forever on the internet? There is eternal life on the internet. If you go on the internet, you will never die. Those who go on the internet never die.
If you stay on this life forever, you will never die.
Bro, those who go on
Mama,
the internet would never die. All you need to do is make a profile. If you make a profile and put your and spiritually put all your information on that profile, though your body will die, your spirit will live forever in on the
your spirit
internet.
will go to no, your spirit will go to heaven or
Oh,
hell
yes, of
based
course.
on
Your spirit will go to the internet.
that's just a profile created on the internet.
Duh, bro, what do you think you do when you believe in Allah? You're creating a profile in your imagination. Bro, when you believe in Allah, you're creating a profile. It's just like creating a Facebook profile, but you're doing it in your imagination. You're imagining
Uh,
26 virgins. You're imagining no suffering. It's just all in your head, bro. It's all a profile. Look at that.
it's not. It's not an imagination.
Bro, if it's not in your
Okay, okay.
imagination, I dare you to stop thinking about it. Can you stop thinking about
All right.
Allah and the Bible and the Quran?
Yeah.
Okay, stop thinking about it for a year and see. It will just disappear. It will stop being real to you.
I cannot stop thinking. I have to turn back to Allah and repent for
Bro,
my sins. I
What
have to do
what
my
sins?
part-time daily.
What sins?
All my sins that I committed in my past life.
Tell them to me. I'll forgive you. Tell me your sins right now. I'm here to forgive you. Tell me. Name them. What are your sins? Tell me, bro. What have you done?
I smoke.
Cigarettes?
Yeah.
How old are you?
And vape. I'm 22.
Lekete. Raise your hand up. Lekete. Repeat after me. Just say lekete.
What does that mean?
It means I relinquish, and it is what it is. Just say after me. Lekete.
Nah, 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 nah.
Bro, do you
God
want to
will
be
forgive.
forgiven or not? Bro, just say,
God will forgive me.
bro, just say lekete.
Okay, but who are you to claim that you are that,
I
that
am
you will
I
forgive
am
me?
the holy prophet of technology. He that was,
Technology was created.
listen, I am he that was, that is, and that will always be. Lekete.
You are the, you are the holy prophet of technology.
Yeah,
Who created technology? Who created technology?
the
Who,
almighty Satoshi.
and who is the Almighty Shatushi?
He is the mysterious inventor,
And who is the mysterious inventor?
the eternal one,
That's God.
the smartest scientist of all.
That's God. You're referring
No,
to God.
no,
Yes, because God is the smartest of all.
bruh, no, that's not God,
Yes, God is the smartest of
bruh,
all. You are
bruh,
you are referring to
bruh.
God.
That is the father of
Bruh,
Elon Musk. That is the father of Elon Musk,
you just said the
brother,
smartest of
brother.
all,
Of
which is
course,
God.
that is the father of Elon Musk.
No, he is
He
not.
sent, listen, that's the father of Elon Musk. He sent his son, Elon Musk, to die for your social media sins. So
So Elon Musk.
all the porn you have been watching, haven't you been watching porn?
Don't ask me that question.
Haven't you been watching porn on the internet?
I'm not. I'm not gonna say yes. I'm not gonna say
Bro-
no.
brother, have you not been watching porn on the internet?
I'm not. I'm not gonna say
Remember,
yes. I'm
I
not
am
gonna
the
say.
holy prophet of technology. I know all things because
So if you know all.
I have hacking abilities. I can hack.
Okay, so tell me, how much porn did I watch today? Please tell me.
I want you to willingly relinquish so you can be forgiven. So I can send one of the angels of technology to go and erase your record. Come on, I'm here to
No,
help
no,
you
no.
out, son.
You,
Brother, I
you know
am here to help you out.
you know everything, right? You know everything of technology, right?
Brother,
So please
brother,
tell no, I want you to tell me,
brother.
look deep into my soul.
Okay,
Look deep
okay,
into my
okay,
soul.
okay.
Look into my internet profile. Look deep into my internet profile and tell me how much porn I have watched today.
Okay, okay. Well,
Because you are
hold on. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. I got it. I got you. I got you.
I'm giving you the permission.
Look at that.
Yes, I'm waiting. Look deep into my internet
Yeah,
profile.
yes, I did, and
Yes, what do you see?
I regret looking into it, bro. I didn't know you were LGBT,
Oh my
bro. You
god.
should have told me
Oh
you were
my god.
LGBT. So you made me to go and look at that LGBT stuff, bro. Why didn't you tell me you were LGBT, bro? You watch them. That's the only porn you watch,
My friend, my friend, I have not watched a single porn video today. That just proves
brother,
that you are a liar.
brother. I didn't say today.
Because,
Did I say
because
today?
no, I said today.
Yes, that's what you said. But when I went to your record, I didn't even see what time. What I saw in there almost destroyed my eyes because as the prophet of technology, I like to follow the natural order of male and female. I didn't know that you were into male and male action, so you convinced me to use my spiritual technological powers, and I saw you, bro.
You saw
You watch men do stuff to other men. Tell me I'm lying.
my
Tell me I'm
my
lying.
friend, I am
Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. I'm not
you are
lying.
lying. You are lying. You are
Lekete.
lying.
Lekete.
I watch. I watch men and women doing things with each other.
When?
That's what I watch.
When did you watch it?
I didn't watch it today.
Buddy,
No, you
no,
tell me.
the
No,
timeline
wait,
doesn't matter.
you watch it
The timeline doesn't matter. I cannot see the dates. When I go on the internet, I'm not
I
that
told
holy yet. Listen, I'm not that holy yet. So my access, my divine access doesn't give me access to the date. I can only see the content. Eh?
I thought you were the holy prophet of the
Bro,
internet. I told you to look deep
brother,
into my
but
internet.
I'm not the supreme. I already told you that I'm not the supreme is Elon Musk, not me. Elon Musk is the supreme. I'm just a poor guy. I'm just a poor prophet, but I'm not the greatest prophet. But I have access now. I have access. And the access that I saw, you, my
Use
friend,
the access.
brother,
Use the access.
brother,
Use the access.
Rahab,
Use your
Rahab,
supernatural power.
Rajab, Rajab. This is my advice for you. Come out of the closet. Come, listen.
I'm actually
Stop lying to yourself and come out of the closet, Rahab.
sitting in my room.
Brother,
I'm legit sitting in my
brother,
room.
brother. Come out of the closet.
I'm legit
So
sitting
that
in my room.
come out of the law, come out of the closet, so that Allah would help you, forgive you for your man on man sins. Because
I am 100% masculine because I follow Andrew Tate. Do you know who's Andrew Tate?
you follow Andrew Tate.
Yes. He's a Muslim. Do you know that?
Oh, really?
Yes. Do you not know Andrew Tate converted to Islam?
In jail?
Not in jail, before jail.
Bro,
And he was a
hold on. I thought you followed Muhammad.
Yes, I do follow Muhammad. He's my role model.
So and then I saw you followed Muhammad and Andrew Tate.
I am inspired by Andrew Tate.
So you make porn videos like Andrew Tate,
That was in his past life.
brother,
Did you not watch his videos?
brother. So you make porn videos.
No, I do not make porn
You said
videos.
he was your role model, my friend. Do you make
I
porn
said
videos?
Prophet I said Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi
No, no,
wasallam.
no, no. Andrew Tate, bro. So are you going to go to jail too, like Andrew Tate?
I'm not going to go to jail like Andrew Tate, but I'm going to be rich as famous as him.
Oh,
I'm going to drive a Bugatti.
oh.
I'm going to
Are you gonna have as many women as him?
Nah, one is just enough.
Oh, one is just enough. Mm.
Yeah.
So that's why you've been watching porn because you're practicing how to be like Andrew Tate.
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
watch Andrew Tate. I watch his TikTok videos. I watch his podcasts.
Do you watch his OnlyFans?
He doesn't have an OnlyFans.
Yeah, he do. I was reading. He said it himself in an interview. You watch his OnlyFans? No, stop lying. We know you love him. I already told you that you love men. That's why you love Andrew Tate. We know you love men, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. We forgive you. It's
I
okay,
said
bro.
I said I'm
Why
inspired
else do you love Andrew Tate if you don't love men? Do you love Andrew
Why
Tate,
else do I love?
brother,
Because I love the
brother? Do you
I
love
love
Andrew Tate, brother? Do you love Andrew Tate?
this.
Is Andrew Tate
Not
a
in that
man?
way.
No, no, we don't care in what way, bro. Do you love Andrew Tate?
I love him, yes.
Is he a man?
Yes, he's a man.
Yeah,
My father is also
you're
a
a
man.
man
I
lover,
love my father.
brother. You're a man
My
lover
father
now,
is also a man.
my
I love my
bro.
father.
My bro, you're a man lover. Eh? It's okay. We know you already. I told you already.
Do
Eh?
you love your
Allah
father?
will not forgive you from that one. No. Allah will not forgive you from that one. No. So,
Do you love your father?
no,
Yes or no?
no.
No.
I don't love any man in this world. Only women. My mother,
So
my
the man
sister.
who brought you into this world, the man who paid for your education, the man who made sure that there was food on the table for you 3 times a day. You do not love that man.
I only
Your
respect him.
father.
I only respect him. No love. Zero love. I only respect him. That's it. Respect and honor. That's it. I honor him and I respect him, but zero love. He's a man. He can go and love
There is,
women.
there is the superior one will not forgive you for that.
For what? For listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Loving your father.
I don't love any man in this world. I only love my mother for taking care of me, my sisters for taking care of me, and
Your father took
all other women
your
for
father
helping me reproduce, or soon to help me reproduce, or help me practicing reproduction. You see, that's it. I love women.
but your father took care of you.
Yeah, but that's why I give him respect. That because that's all he deserves. He don't deserve my love. He didn't carry me for 9 months. He was enjoying himself. He was enjoying himself for 20, 30 minutes. And that's the only work he did. But my mom, she deserved my love because she carried me. So I give her my unconditional love. My sister, I give her
But
unconditional love. Every other woman, I
it
give them
wasn't
conditional love. I give them conditional
but
love.
if
As
it
for
wasn't
men,
for your father's 30 minutes, if it wasn't for your father's 30 minutes of enjoyment, you would not have existed.
that is why I give him respect and honor. But he don't deserve my love. My love is my mother. She's the one that endured. Listen, listen, bro, I'm a boxer. I used to box in my mother's stomach, man. You know? She
I'm also a boxer.
yeah, she endured the pain. That's why my mom deserves my love unconditionally. She could have avoided me considering how troublesome I was in the stomach. She could have been like, yeah, I'm not carrying this one, but she didn't. That's why she deserves my love because she could have chosen to take my life, but she didn't. That's why. And all these other women,
But
they are the future
but
bearers
who put you
of my genetics. They are helping me to practice how to have babies, and they're going to also give me babies in due time. Why would you not love a woman who is helping you to practice how to be faithful, fruitful, and multiply? You know, it's practice.
but who put you
And just like soccer, think about it. Think about it, bro. To be a good soccer player and a good boxer, you need a sparring partner so that when you get to the main event, you can win. You see, my future wife, that's going to be the main event. But right now, I have many practice partners, women, that volunteered themselves to help me practice for the main event of reproduction. You know,
you're still not answering the question. Who put you in your mother's stomach?
my father,
And if your father didn't put you there, you would not exist.
sure. So what?
So you should love him
No,
because he
I
put you. If it was
respect him. Bro, you should understand the difference between love and respect. You should never love any man. Never love a man. If,
for
if,
Prophet
if
Muhammad
you're
sallallahu
normal, if you're LGBT, fine, you can love a man. If you're LGBT, free for you. Remember, I'm not hating against you people. It's free for you. But you should never love a man in this world. If you're normal, okay, no, not if you're normal. If you're a straight man, you should never love another man. You should only love women. Love is an emotion that men can only give to women. Respect is an action that you show towards a man that has done something good for you. You respect them. But everything else is pause, pause,
you can
pause.
still love him. You can show love to your father, but you don't show the type of love that you show to your wife.
Nah, bro, there's only one type of love. Love. Brother, you show love to your father? You make love to your father?
Yes, not that type of not
No,
that
no, no,
type
no,
of
no.
love. The love
No, no,
that
no,
you,
no. That's not what I'm asking. Do you make love to your father?
when he was around, I used to hug him. I used to kiss him on the cheek.
Allahu Akbar.
There's nothing wrong.
Allahu Akbar. I'm converted.
Every
Oh,
son does that to his
I
father.
need to find
Every
Allah.
son.
What did Allah do to this man? Whoa!
I'm not the only one. Every son did that to their father. Every
No,
son on earth.
no.
Yes.
It's
Maybe
respect. It's respect, not making love. You do not make love to your father, my friend. That is madness. That is crazy, my brother. What?
nothing is wrong with you.
Brother, is
Nothing
English
is
your
wrong
first language? Hold up, brother. Is English your first language?
with language.
Huh?
Yes, English is my first language.
So English is your first language. Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am quite sure about that.
So tell me then, where is that accent coming from?
It's naturally. It's
Oh,
natural.
you have a natural Arabic accent?
This is not Arabic accent.
What
It's
accent is it
actually
then?
American. It's actually American accent.
Oh, American accent from Mexico?
Nope.
Oh, I've been around all of America, And I could talk like
You
both
can
of them
look.
Americans. So where you from? Where you from then?
Where I'm from? I'm from South Africa, man. Where you from?
Hold up, hold up. Are you a white South African?
Yep. I'm an Indian South African.
Indian South African?
Yep.
We're not related. You're
That's
not from
true.
Africa. You're not from Africa. Don't be saying that about Africa. No man in Africa is
I'm
loving
not.
their father. Which African man do you know is loving their father? Well, making love to their father. Bro, don't be associating with African. You are Arab.
No, I'm Indian.
You are Arab. You don't even sound Indian. You are Arab, bro.
My forefathers
Why
are
are
from
you
South
lying?
Africa. Are from.
My brother, why are you lying? Eh?
I'm not lying.
Yeah, you're lying. Turn your camera on. Let us see your face.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
Because, bro, you know what? I'm going to stop by the church that's next to my house and give them a prayer topic. They should pray for you. You need
You
all the
go to
help.
church.
You need all the
You go.
help. You need all the help.
You go.
I'll also go by the
You go.
shrine and see the Juju man so the Juju man can pray for you. I will go to every religious person because you need religious help.
I already got religious help. Allah.
Bro, Allah is not working for you. Allah is making you make love to your father, bro. That's very bad, though.
That's not bad. Every son makes love to their father. Every son holds their father. Every son kisses their father.
Tofia kwa.
La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. There is no God but Allah and Prophet Muhammad
Tofia kwa.
sallallahu alaihi wasallam, final messenger of Allah. Alhamdulillah. Subhanallah.
Tofia kwa. I don't see them all. Oh. This one I don't see them. Oh. And me here, at least I don't see everything. I never see everything. Oh. This one I wahala. Oh. Hey.
La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Hamdullah wallahi.
Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Wa na'udhu billah.
Bruh, there's no way you're serious. You must be, you're joking now. Brother, tell me you're joking. You're joking?
No, I'm serious.
You make love to your father.
I'm deaf. Not the type of love you're talking
My
about.
friend, you said you make love to your father. We don't care. We are hearing you.
I don't care about these people in the comments, bruh. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to them.
Don't talk to me. Talk to them. Don't talk to me, bro. Talk to them.
Isn't this your
No, yeah, I know, but I'm
advice?
giving you permission. Stop talking to me. Start talking to them. Don't talk to me no more.
Yes, but I'm your guest.
No, you are their guest. You're
This
not
is
my guest. You are the guest of the comment section, not my guest.
but this is your life.
No, it's not
This
my
is your
life anymore.
channel.
This is not my life anymore.
I was
It's not my life. I'm not even here. I'm not even here, bro. I'm not even
Is this
here.
not your profile?
No,
Is this not your profile?
I don't associate. Me and you, we're not talking. I've never met you. We don't associate. I don't even know who you are. What are you doing here? I
Is
think
this
my brain is
propaganda?
malfunctioning. Bro, my brain has started to malfunction oh, after the things you have been saying. You have said so many things right now that's crazy. I have never heard anyone say that before, bro. I have never heard anyone. In my 575 years on earth, I have never oh, hold up. 500. You see, I lost track of time because of you. I lost track of time. Bro, I have never heard that before. Hey!
You know why? You know why?
Because
You know why? Masa tell
where
me.
I'm from, men don't make love to their fathers, my friend. That's that's that's
They do every
that's child
single
abuse.
boy on
That's child abuse,
every
bro.
single boy on this planet has hugged or kissed their
Bro, that's
father
child
when they were
abuse.
little.
Bro, that's child abuse.
When they were a little
No, 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 no.
child.
No, thank you for your time,
Yes.
okay, brother. My brother, thank you for your
I've
time, okay?
spoken to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Maybe,
No,
maybe not.
no, don't see me again.
No.
Go and see Allah.
No, no, no.
Go and see Allah so Allah
I'll
can
see.
forgive you and forgive you of your sins and cleanse you.
Okay, We meet in heaven, right?
No,
Right.
no, no, no. I will
That's
not be there.
that.
I'm not coming to that heaven. If you are going there, I'm not coming. Tell them to send me to hellfire, okay? Tell them to
You
send me
in
to hell.
hellfire.
Yeah, tell them that I'm volunteering to go to hell. I want the hottest place in hell. So they can
Oh,
so
okay,
it can
so
clean my ear. I want the hottest fire so it can clean my ear. So I will forget what I heard you say today.
don't worry, that will be organized for you. I'll do you a solid. I'll
Yes,
organize all of that for
yes,
you.
organize
I
it.
got your back.
Don't even send an angel.
Don't worry.
Send the demon. Send the devil to come and take me. Don't even send angels. I don't want to see no angels. Just because if you are going to heaven, bro, I don't ever want to go to a
Yeah,
place like that. I want to go to the hottest fire.
you will go to hell. Don't worry. I'll arrange it. Don't worry.
Thank
I'll
you.
just speak with Allah. Yeah, yeah. Don't
Thank
worry.
you.
Yeah. So I go to heaven, you go to hell. All right. Laka, laka. Nice,
Lekete.
nice. Like it. Yeah, like it there.
Mm,
Yeah.
don't be lekete. Don't be lekete.
Like it there. Like it there.
Yeah, kwa. Instead of having to explain what he meant, he should never have said that. I thought he was just saying it because he can't speak English. People say anything on the internet, man. That's crazy, bro. You gotta be careful, man. You can't be saying some stuff like that, bro. We need to find the FBI and send it over.
His father. We need to send the FBI to his father's house.
Hi. Do you think the human mind is able to comprehend the truth?
Do you think you and I will get married very soon? Do you comprehend that truth? Sabrina, where are you? Hello, Sabrina. Sabrina. Nah, nah. Flirty dog is not back. I'm not back. I'm not flirting. I'm not flirting. I'm just flirtatious. I'm just doing flirtatious communication. This is flirtatious communication.
Hello.
What is wow? What is wowing you, my sister? Oh, should I say because you and I were not brother and sister? No, no. More
Do
like
you think the human mind will be able to understand the truth?
I'll understand the truth if you marry me. Yeah.
Don't you think it will be so overwhelming that it can destroy the mind?
The human mind can understand any truth. The truth of your beauty, I can understand. And I'm only saying this from your picture. I can only imagine how much more amazing it would be to see you in person.
So you don't think that the truth is hidden from us for a reason?
I think the truth would be to stand in your presence face to face. Whatever reason that is, maybe you can explain it to me then.
Lekete. She couldn't handle the love. The love was overwhelming. The love was overwhelming her heart. Her heart was beating so fast, she had to take a break. Look at that. Oh, I'm gonna bring merch. The Bakanga Foundation will bring merch. Just give me some time. Let's do
The ladies. Let's see what this ladies are up to. Hello? I'm gonna make some merchandise, y'all, with some pretty powerful slogan. I'm gonna make one that says there has never been a God, there is no God, and there never will be a God. So those of you who like to buy merchandise, be ready for it. I'll make another one that says nobody can die for you, not even God. What's going on, Feruza Gold? What you got for me? You're mute. You're mute. Why are you mute? Okay, I guess.
here to behold the glory of Bakanga. Miss Ashley, I don't even discriminate. We're gonna do merchandise simply to support the Bakanga Foundation. But I will not be running the Bakanga Foundation. People from my TikTok will be running it. That's the goal.
Hello,
Hello?
hello, hello, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Please go straight to your point, bruh. What you got?
Oh, what? What about now?
I can hear you. What's up?
Better, better. Can you
Yeah.
hear me now? Okay. So, my man, without my respect, I got a question for you.
What's up?
I'm just letting you know, I speak English and I'm Mexican, so I'm talking Mexican English.
No
Okay,
problem.
let me tell you this real quick, man. Let me tell you this real quick. So, if you say, if you don't see, you don't believe, correct?
If I cannot experience with my five senses, there's no need to believe.
But what I'm saying is, my question for you is, if you don't see, you don't believe.
If I cannot experience with my five senses, I don't believe. So yes, if I don't see with my five senses, I don't believe. You're correct.
Okay. Okay. Orale, Holmes. Okay, Holmes. That's the English. That's the Mexican English for you.
Orale.
Where you, so, where you from, man? Where you from? I've been seeing your videos since day one. Where you from?
I'm from Mexico, bro.
Nah, no, you're not, bro. You're not from Mexico. Because if
Soy
you're
un,
from Mexico, talk
so-
to me in Spanish.
soy un mexicano. Hablo poquito de
Nah,
español.
nah, nah. No eres mexicano, güey.
Sí,
No eres mexicano.
tú eres mi hermano. Yo no sé.
La puta con tu mamá, güey.
No, no es.
Arroz
Mi
con...
mamá no es
Arroz.
puta.
No, no, arroz con pollo, güey. O quieres
No, tú eres
popote
un
con popote,
maricón.
güey.
Tú estás un maricón.
No, no, no. No.
No,
Me no, güey.
tú eres mi hermano.
Yo soy, todos somos hermanos. Everyone's a brother in
Oh,
this
no, no, no,
in
no,
this
no.
world.
Ella, ¿dónde estás mi dinero?
No, no, no. I'm here to cut your grass. I'm a Mexican. I cut people's grasses.
No, no, necesita tu dinero.
Uh, I'm good, bro. I have a nice truck.
Hey, man, I could send my cash app.
Nah, I don't need no cash, bro.
No,
I'm
no,
good.
no. I don't mean you needing cash. More like you sending me your grass cutting money, bro.
Send me your Addy and then add me up, and I'll send you some cash money.
Nah. Don't send me no cash, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. You need
What do
it.
you want?
You need it, man. You need it, man. Good job, man. Good job on being a hardworking man, man. Don't send me no cash, bro. I'm just joking, man.
Nah, but for real though, where you from? And I've been seeing your videos since day one.
I'm from Bakangaland.
Where's that at? Africa?
It's on planet Earth, but it's not on any continent. It's a new country.
Órale, home.
Do you want to be a citizen of that country?
You know, I'm a citizen in Mexico and United States.
Well, you will soon be a citizen of United Bakanga.
All right, send me the Addy and I'll come to you,
It's
and
not
we can make a
Adi.
video together.
It's not Adi. You have to represent.
Órale, okay. No, I understand, bro. I understand. You know, but I respect. You know, I respect your beliefs. You know, if you don't believe in God or not, I don't have a religion. I respect every religion. You know what I'm saying, brother?
I hear you.
Yeah. So I don't have no doubts. I don't have no negativity on any type of religion. I respect every religion. You know.
Good
So
for you, bro.
I just want to say, I admire your videos, bro, and I respect you as a human being.
Thank you.
Sí, señor.
Respect. Respect.
Arre, carnal.
See.
Arre.
Lekete. Lekete will set you free.
What? Look at that. Look at that.
It is what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to the last segment of the show, so please do me a favor and just go straight to your point. Like, straight. Let's not even go more than a minute. I give you less than a minute each.
What's going on, bro?
Bruh, I'm tired. But I got today off, so I'm about to go get into the ocean water.
And same with the shark.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I understand. By the way, you're really funny. But anyways, I understand what you're saying, but I'm still confused. Like, if if Drew is if there is nothing, like we came from nothing. Like, who was the first? I don't get it. Can you explain that part?
Every time you want to investigate the world, understand that you are at the center of the circle and you are the first of everything. Everything originates from you.
From
So there
you?
was no first human being
Uh-huh.
because you are the first.
Whew. Okay. I kind of get it. But I love your videos. Okay. Why? How do you leave?
How do I live my life?
Yeah. How do I leave?
You don't live because you're in the presence of Bakanga. Are you
Mm,
here to are you here to offer your candidacy to be one of my future wives or what?
I don't think so.
Okay, then you have not been blessed.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
I think
Kidding.
I'm
I'm
blessed. I
kidding.
think I'm
I'm
blessed.
kidding. I'm
Okay.
kidding.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to be rude, so sorry.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay.
But you have been
I
Bakanga like.
still don't. But what?
You shall know Bakanga, and Bakanga will set you free.
Bakanga land.
That's right.
Bakanga. Okay.
She did a good job. Go straight to your point, y'all. Please, go straight to your point.
What's up, bro?
Look at that.
Look at that.
Who knows the baker's man?
The baker's man.
I ain't got shit to say, man.
It's
Hey,
all
but
good.
hey, check it. Drop your number, man. When you got a second. I've been thinking some shit, man. Let's get all these key points. Cause you was making a lot of good points today about the space and vacuum and the planets can't exist in space because the vacuum. Then the star Polaris, and then,
Bro,
bruh,
that's like
it,
stuff that I usually don't like to get into because that stuff is controversial as hell. So I like to use.
but those are points that are so fixed to the point where I was thinking one day, like, you know how they say to elephants, humans look like cute little puppies.
Right.
So I was thinking one day, I bet you there's a species out there, like possibly something that could have created the whole. Well, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
no, you're
these are just
absolutely correct.
hypotheses.
You're absolutely correct.
That
If human beings are the product of intelligence, then we could easily be the product of some form of advanced civilization, which are not gods, but they're just people.
right?
They don't
Like this
really look
shit
at
could
us.
be.
They look at us the same way we look at animals. That makes sense. That's a very valuable theory and perspective.
Yeah, and that that shit is crazy. What you was telling about people go missing, man. That same nigga you was talking about. That hey, you need any edibles? You know that same nigga you was talking about that went to the bottom of that lake and found a lake in the ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah, he disappeared.
yeah, that dude disappeared, bro. People disappear.
He
That's why, bro.
he disappeared.
I'm really careful the way I do things on the internet, bro, because I want
Don't want
people
to disappear.
I want to make sense to people that understand me, but I want to appear crazy enough to where nobody takes me
Nobody
too
really
seriously. Yeah, I don't want
serious.
anybody to take me too seriously because, bro, I ain't trying to
Cause
be
then they
like,
feel like you. Then they feel like you're trying to make another Quran, and then you disappear.
bro, I'm saying this because honestly, I have had encounters in my life, bro, with like government already.
Oh,
Like not like criminal or anything, just more like, oh, we know this is curious. Bro, this is long before I even started making YouTube. Just like, I guess, let's not go into that. Let's just keep it there. Yeah.
hey, I was gonna say, even though I'm at the point where kind of like where you at, like man, it's almost like I don't even want to read anymore or do any more research because it's almost there's too much out there intentionally for us to almost not find the truth. And even if we find the truth, you don't even know if that's really the truth.
It's a chess
But I was
game.
gonna ask you,
Don't show your hand.
yeah, I was gonna ask you, what's the name of some of those books you was? It was like 3 books. Did you made one of those books up too? The Juju book you made up, huh?
No, I did not make anything up.
Okay, it
I
was.
just haven't
What
spoken
is
about
that?
the book of the Supreme Juju in a long time.
Okay, Supreme Juju. What's the other one? The Mata Baraka.
Yeah, that's from India.
And then there was one more, I think.
The Shinto, the sutras and the Shinto scriptures. The Shintos are the Japanese. So before like China invaded Japan or like ancient Japanese culture, that was the scriptures, the holy scriptures.
So Supreme Juju, Mata Baraka, Shintos, and one more. You said the Indian one.
The Mahabharata is the Indian one, and the sutras is also Hindu. Mahabharata is more of a history book, but it's also religious in nature.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. There's some points, man, that made sense,
It makes sense, man,
and
but
it
you
just
gotta walk
guide
your
me.
own walk. You gotta investigate your own investigation, and you'd be surprised the stuff you find in this world, bro. You'd be.
This nigga said Elon Musk is Batman.
Oh no, bro, I was messing with that dude's mind, man.
Hey, man, you can't be doing. You put that man in a whole nother reality, bro.
Bro, but you know what's so sad though?
That's what happened.
There's a level
That's
of
exactly what happened.
there's a level of truth to what I was saying though. But you see the key, let me tell you the key, bro. In today's world, you gotta be like Kanye to a certain extent to where when you tell the truth, those who get you understand that you're telling the truth, and those who don't get you, you want them to think you're crazy. But you don't want them to think you're crazy enough to want to kill you.
Yeah,
You want them to think that you're crazy is not care. Because if they care too much, bro, you just disappear. I promise you, you
yeah.
just disappear. Bro, there's all types of people in this world, bro. There's some people that just live to take out other people, bro. Most people don't realize this. Like,
Hey,
if you work at McDonald's, you got such a peaceful life.
bruh, yeah, that's one thing you about this plane of existence, bruh. There, just like there's a cause of every reaction, and there's above and below. Like there's always the opposite. So it's like the world can never be peaceful because it's perfect already.
Every
The
time you
people
try to
say,
do
"Oh, you
something
have to."
great, you're gonna be a threat to somebody who's already great.
Right.
So
Or
if
just
you
like
suggest if you suggest that black people should unite, you become a threat to whoever thinks that black people should not unite.
you become a white supremacist. Yep.
No,
And
not
just
white
like how there's
supremacy.
people out,
It's not white supremacy,
whoever it is,
bro.
yeah.
Uncle Tom benefits more than the white supremacists by keeping black people down. You gotta understand. The white supremacists he ain't really profiting that much. Uncle Tom is the one that is profiting much because if black people become united, then Uncle Tom will just be another regular, brother. But all these Uncle Toms, they're the ones who are benefiting. They're the ones who enjoy. They're the
Yeah,
ones who
man.
like black people to stay divided. You know,
Bro, I've been laughing so hard, my stomach been hurting, man.
bro.
This
Today's
shit was
been a
crazy
funny
today.
show, man. I really had fun today, having fun with these people, man.
Hey,
Especially,
I want
especially
to
that
tell you
that
what's
that, that Mushi guy. That was fun.
hey, that, bro, the what was the English kid with the vacuum, bro? He was trying to have some good points, but he just didn't have shit to say after you give him all these information, and he's just like, wait. He started. You made him
Bro,
think.
but you gotta notice that the information I was giving him, sometimes I would just tell him things just to get a reaction out of him. And he was pretty smart, I would tell you that.
Yeah, I give it to him.
Yeah. And bro, that's
You,
you see, people come on my show, they don't understand. I have a strategy, right? For me, there's no such thing as truth or lie, right or wrong. I'm just playing the game of psychology. So we're playing a psychological
right?
chess. This is psychological chess. And I'm trying to control the way you think. And if you let me control the way
Yeah,
you think, then I can teach you
bro.
something.
I was watching that shit and I thought about it. And I was like, bro, you would be one of the top notch lawyers because all you have to do is get them in a position to where they cannot defend themselves, and it's over with. Once
See,
it's over with.
this is how it works. And a lot of people on TikTok try to do it, but they don't have the brain capacity to stay consistent. How you treat people will determine how they react, right? And everybody
you
wants to be seen.
puppet.
Everyone wants to be seen as a good guy. Everyone wants to be a good person. Everyone wants to come out as intelligent and respectful. When I say that I am nothing, what I'm doing is that I'm destroying people's every form of assumption that people got in their mind because nobody is used to really judging nothing. Everybody's
You
always
hit them with
judging something. Yeah,
the bee rabbit,
exactly.
the 8 Mile bee rabbit.
So even if I said to you
Oh
that I'm
shit.
nothing, and then I turn around and say I'm something, you're not going to be able to hear that something because you're just going to be thinking of the fact that I said I'm nothing, and that's really going to bother you because what are you going to judge me based on? And look, to those of you who follow me, use this in your life. It is better to be anonymous. You don't always got to identify as something. It is always better to be anonymous. When you're anonymous,
Yep.
you can be anywhere at any time with anyone, literally without the consequences of the attachment.
I'm trying to tell you, like, I come on here and talk with you, but at the same time, you've never seen me out to hear me say, "Oh, I don't believe in God."
I don't need
I
to.
never
I
will.
don't need to because
Like I
even if
won't
you believe
say,
in God, we don't have that type of energy here. And if you understand me, bro, I don't care if you believe in God. That's what people don't get.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's a matter of understanding, man.
yeah. I
Get
feel
your
like,
mind in a place where you understand and be flexible because you're not limited. Even your belief in God doesn't limit you. That's why you can understand me.
yeah. So it's like once you pick a side, you have an opposition
Bro,
anywhere, and
I
that's
wish
in
I could keep
anything.
talking to you, bro, but thank you so much, okay?
All right, holla at me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There never has been a God. There never will be. Please go straight to your point. Bro, like for real. Like 20 seconds each now. 20 seconds each. Time is running out. Time is running out. Hello? For real, I just need to bring somebody up here that would just be a moderator. I really need to do it. I need someone that can moderate when I'm talking with other people. That way, I don't always come off as though I'm intentionally trying to interrupt people, but I have to interrupt people sometimes because I'm doing both jobs.
Oh, bro.
All right. Oslo, Logan.
Yo.
Logan, you go first. What you
Are you
got for
there?
me, bro? Please go straight to your point.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been watching your life for a while now, and trust me, I'm really inspired by what you've been saying as well. Um, for me, I'm a Nigerian, and I've seen so many things in my life right now that could make me believe on one or two things. But I have a question for you, bro.
Please go straight to your point, bro. Please.
Okay, I believe there is God, and I have so many reasons behind that, and I have so many proof behind it as well to prove to you that there is God really exists.
I only have one question for you that proves that God doesn't exist.
Okay,
Bring God right here, right now.
isn't I don't, it's not in my power to do that.
Do you know why?
What is the reason?
Because your God is not real.
Okay. Um, the way I'm seeing it right now, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I believe you are from Nigeria, right?
No.
Okay. In my country, Nigeria, I'm in Yoruba to be precise. I'm from a Yoruba tribe. Um, I've seen many cases where people were being struck down by thunder. I'm not bluffing this time around. I've seen cases where a child was put inside the river, was drawn inside the river, and came out alive. I'm not bluffing this time around. I've seen cases where power have been tested
Brother,
and they
let
were
this
real.
power, use that power right here, right now, and bring God right here. Then we will believe you, bro. All those stories you're telling us, bro, as far as we are
You
concerned, you're
see,
just lying unless you can demonstrate that power here.
no. Don't tell me it's not a lie. Don't tell me it's not a lie. I'm not a Christian, neither a Muslim, bro. But I will tell you one point straight. If you want to prove me wrong, I might pay your flights down here to Nigeria.
Brother, how about you pay the flight of your
I might
supernatural power to come to America and deal with me? Why do I have to come there? Why can't you come here? Why can't you come here?
okay. I, well, if I'm being given a visa, why not?
Bro, why don't you use your power
See,
to get a visa? Use your power to get a visa.
there are limitations to all that.
Brother,
No, there are limitations
use
to all.
use your
There are
power to get a
limitations to all that,
visa,
bro.
then come to America and do some juju on me. Let us see if thunder can strike me. I really want thunder to strike me right now.
This is not really about juju. There are terrestrial powers. There are power beyond naturals. And if you don't actually believe that, this is actually really happening to people around the world. But for the fact, there are so many ways I can prove to you that all these things really exist and they are really affecting people. There are other worlds, there are other terrestrial worlds going on around us.
Bro, let me ask you
And
a
if you
question.
don't believe, okay, I'm with you.
Make a covenant with me.
A covenant. What kind of covenant are you talking about here?
Don't worry, you will find out after you have made a covenant, but it will not harm you.
Okay,
What is your
bro,
name?
Damilari.
Is that the name your father gave you?
Of course, yes.
What are all your names?
That's just my name.
What are all your names?
Damilari. That is my name.
Is it one spelling or is it two spellings?
One spelling, Damilari.
What is your second name?
I don't have a second name. That's just my name.
What does it mean?
Um, Damilari just mean to be favored.
Now, is that the name your father gave you the day you were born?
Of course, yes.
And you're not lying.
Of course,
Take this finger
100%
like
right.
this. Take your finger like this, touch your tongue and put it in the air. If you're not lying.
I don't have anything to lie about it.
Don't
Why
worry.
should I lie
I know
about it?
that, but just take your finger, touch your tongue, put some speed on your tongue and put it in the air and let it dry.
What does that have to do with this?
It's to make sure that I can tie your tongue if it ends up that you're lying and I have power over you. Anyways, now, can you repeat your name again and then repeat after me? Just say I, then say your name.
I, them Larry.
I relinquish my soul
I relinquish my soul.
and everything that makes me who I am.
Bro, you are just kidding. Bro, have you all-
And everything
have you
that
ever
makes
been
me
to
who I
Nigeria
am.
before? And everything that makes have you ever been to Nigeria before? I want
And
to ask you a question.
everything that makes me who I am.
You are just here to argue anyway. I'm just trying here
And
to
everything
prove you
that
wrong.
makes
I'm
me who
trying to
I am.
prove a point here. Have you been to Nigeria before? Have you been to Nigeria before, bro?
And everything that makes me who I am.
But you are just bluffing, okay?
And
And
everything that makes me who
I'm
I am.
are you going to be serious here?
And everything that makes me who I am.
And everything that makes me who I am.
I relinquish the souls of all.
Are you ready for real talk? Or you
I
are not? You are just
relinquish
bluffing.
the souls of all.
Oh boy. Have you been to Nigeria, bro?
I relinquish the souls of all.
Bro? If you
I
are ready to
relinquish
listen,
the
just let
souls of all
I relinquish the soul of all.
that are related to me by blood.
Directed to me by blood.
I offer them as a sacrifice
I offer them as sacrifice.
to pay my debts,
To pay my debt.
to gain wisdom,
Oh man. See, you don't know
to
anything.
gain wisdom,
You don't know anything,
to
bro.
gain
But
wisdom,
are you ready to speak or not? Are you ready?
to
Are you
gain
ready to listen?
wisdom, to gain wisdom,
Are you ready to listen?
to gain wisdom,
Bro,
to
come to Nigeria.
gain wisdom,
Come to Nigeria. I
to
have some things to
gain
show you.
wisdom,
You don't know anything.
to
Trust me.
gain wisdom,
All these people you're talking to, making them to believe that
to
there's no
gain
other power,
wisdom,
there's nothing like God. You're just bluffing today. You're just finding some sort of
to gain
you are
wisdom,
you are making them feel stupid.
to
Bro,
gain
bro,
wisdom,
just let me uh, oh bro. Okay.
to
Let me ask you a
gain
simple question.
wisdom,
Can I ask you a simple question?
to gain wisdom,
Can I ask you a simple question?
to gain wisdom,
I think we are here to learn and unlearn. Is
to
that not
gain
this
wisdom,
platform all about? Bro, stop bluffing around.
to
Are
gain
you
wisdom,
are you here to listen or not?
to gain wisdom,
You sorry, I know this is your platform and you have the
to
right to make jokes out
gain
of people.
wisdom,
But I'm here to teach you a lesson, okay?
to
But all these
gain
people
wisdom,
you are talking to, they have no sense of what I'm talking about.
to gain wisdom,
If you are smart enough,
to
you want to know
gain
what
wisdom,
all this stuff is all about, just come to Nigeria. Let us show you.
to
Ori
gain
e
wisdom,
akpe, sense e akpe.
to gain wisdom,
All these Westerners you're talking to, they know nothing about powers.
To gain wisdom.
they have nothing in their heads. But come to Africa, come
To
to Nigeria
gain
in particular.
wisdom.
Oh shit.
To
See,
gain
if you don't,
wisdom.
I don't believe in Christians or all this Islam of a thing.
To
But
gain wisdom.
more, there is power in where it
To
is.
gain wisdom.
I'm not afraid of anything.
To
Your
gain
guess has just
wisdom.
been stupid. There are power where there is power is.
To
Okay?
gain
Stop saying this
wisdom.
real wisdom.
To gain wisdom.
Are you not tired enough?
To gain wisdom. To gain wisdom. To gain wisdom.
Honey?
To gain wisdom.
Okay. Bro, when you're done, let me know, okay? When you're done, let me know. Hmm? You always want people to see from your own opinion, all right? Ṣé gbogbo àwọn kókó wà pé network yẹn ni? Ṣé gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn? They don't really believe in anything. And I think it's more kankan. That's what he's trying to do anyway.
Yo,
Lekete.
yo,
Lekete.
bro.
Lekete. He left.
He left.
He was supposed to relinquish his soul to me, but he
Yeah.
refused to relinquish his soul. I thought he had power. I was going to show him real power. African star. Real African star. Not superstition. No. Why you being a
Okay,
straw
so
hat?
what?
What's up, bro? What do you got for me? Please go straight to your point.
Okay, do you work or study? You work, right?
What?
Okay, okay. Think that you went to school, etc. But who gave you the knowledge to learn before the teachers? Who gave you that? Who gave you knowledge before the teachers? Okay, let's say uh, if you wanted to build a machine and you have the manuscript right in front of you, but who had the knowledge to make the manuscript? Who?
Lekete.
Mora SC. What's up, sister? I'm moving to Oakland, California. Hello, Mora. What's going on, G? Hello.
Hey,
What you got for me?
hi.
Please go straight to your point, sister. I'm running out of time, really. Literally.
Are you talking to me in Matloko in South Africa?
How? How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Shout out to all the subscribers.
I'm so concerned about how we are treating each other as black people. Is this a real thing? This is my first time on TikTok vibes. Like, is this like a real thing?
What's the real thing?
Are we having this conversation right now about how we feel about each other?
Are you looking for your husband?
Hey, I'm looking for my African people. And on my clock, it says it's 2 o'clock in the morning in South Africa, Joburg. I just want to know if is this a real conversation? I've been really appreciating your conversation, Bakanga. Thank you so much for disputing so many of things that people are just thinking that are just natural. Or an askies is a South African word for I'm sorry for other people that don't agree that it's not okay just to believe everything that society brings to you. But is this live? What's going on?
This is live. And you caught me at
Yeah,
the tail end of my live show. Thank you so much. I can't really have too much of a long conversation right now. I'm actually serious, sister. And your voice is very beautiful, but even the beautiful voice that you have still requires that I have some time management. But if you come back another time, you and I can definitely have a more in-depth conversation.
amazing, amazing. I actually can't believe that Africans are still confused at this point. We're having these conversations and
It
confused
shouldn't be
about.
hard for you to believe when you're from the same country as Af Locale. You know how gullible our people are. We love church and money.
I
You know of the
know.
Bushiris of the
I'm
world and
so
all these big
sorry.
scammers. So it's time to bring about change. Those were men that were
Oh
supposed to
my
be better
God.
examples, but they decided to go down the path of religion. I don't have a problem with rich African people, even if the money is coming from getting contribution from people, but just don't lie to them. Don't lie to people. Don't lie to people. Thank you so much,
I
my
can't
my
believe.
dear sister. Thank you so much. Okay.
I'm so blessed to have actually just like known that you're like a real person and I follow you. I love your content and I'm just like an ordinary chick, just like looking for cool African people like you.
Well, you found the coolest African on the
And
internet.
oh, what up, boy?
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm with you.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm with you. Send me, and I'm gonna follow you all the way. And geez, I can't believe it. I thought I was just like watching TikTok and following like real people. And thank you that I found like a real non-scammer. I guess maybe You know,
I mean,
later we don't find out
there's
that.
nothing to scam people about. All we're doing is just talking, We're just talking, talking about.
Yeah, and people don't like. Yeah, people don't like talking, and I think people don't like talking because it's difficult to address each other's backgrounds and today's and nows,
I'm
and
sorry, but this
it's
comment
just like
section is
it's
killing me
hard.
right now.
Oh my God, are they talking about me? Don't talk about me. They mustn't talk about me. Yeah, but it's great. Thank you so much.
You're
And
welcome.
I appreciate your ethics and your values and your thoughts, and keep it up. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
Thank you for
All
your
the
thank
best.
you for your beautiful voice.
Thank you so much. Do you think I should become a voice artist?
Whatever it is that your heart desires, I'm sure it will bring you great happiness if it has to do anything with your voice. Your voice is pretty. I can only
Thank you.
imagine what you really look like. Who doesn't love a beautiful African woman?
Ooh,
Everyone should love a beautiful African woman. That's right. Thank you so
of
much, okay?
course. Thank you so much. Take care.
You're welcome.
All my love to all my African people. I
That's
love you
right.
all.
She loves
Take
you all,
care.
my friends. She
And
loves you all, brothers and
don't be
sisters.
disturbed. I love you all the time.
Bakanga,
What's going on, sister?
I'm just here to say I am ready. I'm committed now.
Ready for what?
I'm ready.
Ready for
I'm ready
what?
to join. I'm ready to join my sister who just left.
Oh Lord. Why are you guys trolling me today? Are you guys trolling me today? Are you
If
guys
she's
trolling me?
number one, if she's number one, I'm number two,
No, no, no. There's no number one and
three,
two. It's
four,
all
five, six.
remember,
Let's go.
Bakanga means nothing, so there's no numerical accountability. It's just an army of equals.
All right, all right. But we must reproduce.
Of course.
So I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm dead. Why are you embarrassing me on the internet? Did she say we must reproduce? No, no, no. I agree with you though. As Africans and black people, reproduction is
Mhm.
the way.
I've got one already. You can hear him in the background.
Yeah,
But I'm ready.
definitely,
I'm ready
definitely.
for two.
And good job
So
raising. Don't be playing with me
thank you.
because Bakanga is a man that's highly blessed. Mess around, you get 20 at a time.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
All right. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you for that.
I'm one of us. I'm one of us. So
Thank you for the love, sister. I appreciate you.
I love you. Love you.
Yes,
All right.
yes, absolutely. I know
Bye.
you've been around since day one, so we're not even playing over
I
here. People don't
I
know,
know.
but
I know.
absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Let somebody else speak.
Actually, I'm like at the tail end of the show.
Yeah,
Tail
you need
end of the
rest.
show. I do. I do.
Yeah,
I
I
worked a
can
long
see.
shift.
I've been up here for like what, 5 hours now. All right, let's see this. Listen, y'all. I haven't even started yet. I haven't started yet. Mm. I have a crazy vision. When I die, I would have attempted the craziest thing that men in our generation don't even think of anymore. I would have. And I would have succeeded. I don't like the courage. To be a man amongst men, you must surround yourself with multiple women. Glorious, wise, and intelligent women. Do not be shy to love the women. Love women. All women. No discrimination. I don't discriminate. I love my black queens. I love the white man's women. I love the Arab man's women. I love the Chinese man's women as well. Any race, if you don't take up your women, Bakanga and his brothers will take them away from you. Okay? We are coming. Bakanga and his brothers are coming with our weapons of mass reproduction. This is not the joke. Don't worry, we'll put our resources together and none of our children would lack. We would take financial responsibility. Yeah? Don't worry. Yes. Africans do not build weapons of mass destruction. We only build weapons of mass reproduction. Wisdom. Bro, why would you want a female who's not crazy? You want a lioness that does not bite? If you are a lion, you want a lioness that's dangerous. You just need to be smart. If not, you're going to be dinner. I know. If women were not dangerous, what would there be to love? Huh? You got to love women because women are dangerous, cunning, conniving, smart, manipulative. Who wouldn't like that? What real man wouldn't like that? You want a woman that... Nah. You want a strong woman. You want a woman that can stand her ground. You want women that can stand their ground. Gentle but vicious. Gentle but vicious. Gentle but vicious. Exactly. I like the challenge. Why wouldn't you? It's not like we men are not dangerous. These men around here these days, they're putting in and disappear when it's time to pay child support. Exactly. The problem is that we keep wanting to change each other, like instead of just accepting each other for what we are, right? Like women should not try to change men. Men shouldn't try to change women. We should just accept each other. If you have a valid point, also have a valid behavior. If you don't have a valid behavior, well, you can remove your existence from my show. My show is for people who have all around validity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Sorry to everyone that I could not bring up, but I will try to come back live in the next few hours. I need to go and enjoy myself because I have like a few more days in Hawaii. 7 more days in Hawaii. So I'm going to go get into the ocean, swim, lift some weights. Gotta get some muscles, y'all. I'm trying to get to 200 pounds. I haven't been 200 pounds in a while, but if I could get down to 200 pounds, I'll be able to run as fast as I want to run. I want to reach a certain level of my physical prime, cardiovascularly. So that's my fitness target. I'm in pretty good shape right now, really good shape. Really, really good shape. I'm actually in really good shape, but I think I can get better, much better. Divinely earthly, you on your way? Well, where are you? I don't see you nowhere. Yeah, bro, you better be lifting them weights. If you're a man and you're not taking care of your health, get back to it. I'll be back later on tonight. I appreciate all of you guys. I will post it on YouTube. I posted a video today. I'll post more. I will try to go live on the beach. I will try. I'll go live for like a few minutes on the beach. It's always nice out here. It's always nice out here. Alright, y'all. 1 minute left. Can I repeat about the reproduction? You heard me. Just rewatch the video when I post it on YouTube. I need some musicians that can make me some music. I need to make a Bakanga song. I do. When I get to California, I'm going to write the lyrics. Goodbye, my friends. There are still people in here saying that Win Moshi. Bro, you waited this whole time just to say Win Moshi? Okay, good. Win Moshi. Bro, I don't hate Moshi. He's just not educated. He's not on my level. He plays petty games. If he could actually have a real argument, when Moshi used to come to my show back in the day, I used to kick him out all the time. Listen, anyone that says, I'll give you $1,000 if you can prove that God doesn't exist, that person will never give you $1,000, and they have nothing of value to give you. They have no information, they have no technique, they have no tactic. Anyone who is typing while you're talking is not listening. You understand? Mushi needs to grow up. When he grows up, then he can come back and get schooled again. Like always. Oh yeah, I'm a teacher of all. I'm a teacher of all. Sometimes you have to be patient with those type of people. The ones that think they're really smart, you got to be patient with them. You got to let them talk. They talk, and then they don't realize when you get them in checkmate. And then when you ask them a question, they lose their mind. You know, lost their self-control. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out. See you soon. Boom.